G'day mates, how's it going? I'm back. Um, I'm gonna switch to that one. Boom. um, we're gonna be shiny hunting today for a new mega because I'm very what's a good way of saying this? Unimpressed with Mega Houndoom. So we're either gonna go Mega Halucha or Mega Drampa, but the problem with Drampa is that he only spawns within like the first 15 minutes of every day. So he could take a very long time to hunt. But also yesterday off stream, when I went there to go catch a Drampa, this happened. That's why I decided today we're just gonna shiny hunt because I'm kind of annoyed with finding a lot of these shinies off stream. I made him adamant. I gave him a bunch of moves. Yeah. Maybe I should give this guy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, once we get rid of Houndoom, I might give this guy Fire Fang instead of Ice Fang, and then go boss it or something. But yeah, we now have Asta. I have my Doge. But yeah, I am very annoyed that it happened off stream. Because I was going to hunt him. I was going to do like a full hunt for him. And it was going to be a thing, and it was going to be cool. And then I walked over there to get Trampa, and like literally as I walked in, first furfur I saw. So yeah, it's bugging me. I gotta put, where is it? Is it this one? It's this one. We're gonna put Halucha, which is Gen 6? Yep. Okay. Do I have any, like, hold on. I assume I do. Do I not? Is it this? Boom. There we go. So I'll hunt Halucha for a little bit, and then we might go over Triad Drampa. When the day changes, I'll go try Drampa so I can show you. Like, it has to change back to morning, though. But we are going to react to things, I think, while I do this. Twitch just got exposed. Oh, is this what I was reading on Twitter yesterday? After I got stream? They like threw out IMouse's fans, like came and like gave presents for IMouse, and then Twitch staff just threw them out or something. I mean, let's watch this.
As if the TwitchCon disaster with Emaru wasn't already bad enough, as well as Dan Clancy's absurd damage control. Well, now we're getting even more reports about how terrible the event's been. As that takes us to Iron Mouse, who says,
"Oh, also,
I deeply apologize to."
Okay, Pidgey. So, the way I saw this hunt being done, because it spawns here, is over here on top of this building. You can see it from here, over there, with the tree and all that. People were going over there, and they were running to the corner and then running back, and I mean, I could show you guys. I'll show you guys real quick. The way I'm doing it is much better for me because I can actually see the halucha, if that makes sense. Um, this way is fine too. It's just when you're over here. So you have to go over here. You have to go to like this corner. You can see the halucha, but then you run back to this corner. And they said the guy was like, look at it until it disappears. But half the time you have to hop off like that. And then you come back, right? And I can see him at the moment because he's mega. I mean, not mega, he's alpha, right? But I need to get one where he's not alpha. Is this one not alpha? No, it's Pidgey. Also, the Pidgeys are annoying. Whenever you get the Pidgeys, they don't want to despawn for some reason. See? Whereas, like, over in that other area I was in, you can always despawn them. I need to get a halucha, like a normal halucha. Yeah, there you go. You can't really see him all that well from here, especially when, like, they spawn in between these rocks. They kind of get stuck, and then they just stay in there. It's horrible. So you can't really see them. And over here, there is times where you can't see him as well. Oh, wait, it's about to change to... But it's not as bad, in my opinion. So yeah, if you're hunting for this Halucha, I recommend coming over here.
To all the VTubers and the fans who
where
had
I'm
meet
doing
and
it
greets at the VTuber booth this year, it breaks my heart to know staff threw out all the gifts. I should have known better than to trust them and taken care of everything ahead of time. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Also at nighttime,
one of the top responses here to Mouse
you can
from
get
Pup reads and also mentions Iron Mouse helping out, saying
you get the
"Girl, it's not your
Halucha,
fault.
and
It's
you
clear
also
as day that
get
they don't
if
know
it
anything about
spawns in.
VTubers or care about safety. Even when people
you get
expressed months
Shuppet or you
beforehand.
get
When I
Mawile.
asked to have a meet and greet for Rose on the screen, they said they had no idea how to do it, and you came in and helped. So I don't want to hear you blaming yourself.
Yeah, there you go. There's
I
Mawile.
love and appreciate you more than ever, and
I
I'm
don't
sorry your
know what
experience with trying
Mawile's
to help
shiny
friends
looks
was
like.
super soured by Twitch,
So
literally not caring.
if we
as
get
usual.
one,
So
I
they're
probably
not
won't
running
notice.
the meet and greets properly. They're throwing gifts away. Their security is a complete
Yeah,
mess. I got
that's
more
what
to
I
say
heard.
about
They're
all
throwing
that.
gifts away.
But first, let's keep going because
If I get an alpha one, that'd be
as we've
cool.
got Henya the Genius, and she posts, unfortunately, due to a miscommunication or misunderstanding, any gifts or presents given to my meet and greet staff were disposed of by the venue staff. I'm very sorry for anyone who gave me a gift IO.
Oh,
Not
so it
sure
wasn't.
It was a miscommunication.
So it wasn't just Iron Mouse. It was other people too. By the way, what do you mean miscommunication? How did like? What? Of course she's gonna want the gifts. Why would anyone, even for a second, think that the person receiving the gifts is just going to want you to throw them in the trash? That makes no sense. Oh my god, there's way more Amolkas up here than I thought. There was just the one. There's like a bunch. Okay, Pidgey, can you stop? Like, yeah, that makes no sense. Bro, Twitch is like, I think that what's happening now, what we're seeing now with like TwitchCon, is that the Twitch staff that are at TwitchCon or whatever know that it's a sinking ship. So they're like, what's the point? Might as well just like fucking let it sink. Right? And if not, then this is just how they are, bro. Then imagine what else they've done that we just haven't heard of. Like, this is
Or
crazy.
misunderstanding or an accident even. But like I said, I'll talk more about that once we keep getting some more context. As we've also got Canine Kuro saying, unfortunately, if you gave me a TwitchCon gift, the event lost them all. I still really appreciate the intended gifts, though.
Quotes.
Response here from Maya says, they threw a gift meant for Chibidoki into the trash bin. And that takes us to Chibidoki, where she says, can anyone else from my meet and greet vouch for this? Nags and I were told to stop. I'm so incredibly sad if this is true. I was genuinely so excited to meet everyone. They told us we had to end for safety. And that takes us to Chibidoki's experience, because not only did she have gifts...
We have to stop the meet and greet for safety. Was this like straight after Emaru was attacked? Otherwise this would make no sense. Like, you You're there for the safety. You're supposed to make it safe. Like, what are we talking about? Or TwitchCon is like, Twitch is in general is like such a shit show. It's insane how they've gone on for this long. Like, it's
Thrown
crazy.
away. But they also gave her the complete runaround and cut her event short, citing safety concerns. Isn't that ironic? As Chibidoki says, sorry for the wait, chat. Not having the best experience right now. Just ugh. The staff have been
Ugh.
lovely for the most part, but they wouldn't let me enter and told me to walk
They
all the
stop
way to the
streaming
help
that.
desk to get
I
permission
will be
to
happy
enter
again.
my
Never.
meet and greet because their wristband they gave
I'm
me
never
doesn't
stopping.
work. I also had to show my face. It
The
was
day I
very
stop
scary
streaming
for
this
me,
is the day
but I
we get
understand
everything
why.
in this game
Bruh,
shiny.
imagine not even being allowed to enter your own meet and greet. And it sounds like this was because of a mistake they made with the wristband they gave her or something. So then she had to go
What would
like
you
walk
rather me
around all the way
play?
back to the help desk, get that
Pokemon
swapped out or
Shield?
whatever. And by that point in time, the whole meet and greet has probably been delayed. That certainly cuts into the time of the meet and greet, which
Pokemon
means she has less time
BDSP?
to actually hold the event because of their mistakes. And it actually still gets worse from here because Chibi
Because I just want to play
says,
Pokemon at the moment.
they also
so
cut it short, and we didn't get to meet everyone. I'm
I'm
so
not playing
sorry.
this. I'll just
If
be
you see
playing
me
a
around the
different
convention,
Pokemon game.
please feel free to say hi. And this dude Robrano says, wait, they cut you guys short?
Oop.
When I asked the staff, they said it was y'all who cut it short. I can't believe they try and shift the blame onto you guys.
I don't know if you were here before, Benny.
Chibi says, what?
But when day breaks, I'm gonna go show you guys how because I don't know if I want this or if I want Drampa. But I'm gonna show you guys how we have to hunt Drampa. It's really dumb. It's gonna like, if I was gonna hunt Drampa instead of this guy, it's gonna take way longer. Like way longer. You son of a bitch! You walked into the bush. Now I can't see you. Come out of the bush. How dare you? He's not shiny. I don't know where the edge of the building is. Oh. Yeah, Grandpa is like very annoying. That's a Pidgey. What is this thing shiny look like? Okay, I'm assuming if it was, it would have sparkled would have happened. So we can't really go off the noise because I don't have it on. I'm just here for a minute or so. Have to get up in 6 hours. Whoop. Drive for 6 hours, then work there 2 hours, and then drive back. What? Why? That's mental. Oh, bro, that was like that reminds me of when I got on Centrelink for the first time ever, right? They were like really like wanted me pay as good at least. Okay, well this job that I'm about to talk about, pay was not good. Pay was normal. I think it was like $18, $19 an hour at the time, which what I had to do to get there and that was not good. They had a job for me and they're like, you have all the qualifications, it's perfect for you, all this crap. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this sounds great. Like, oh, you need to go do an interview. I was like, okay. They gave me the address, and the day before, I always like look at the address. I look at like a Google map or whatever to figure out where it is, what building, all that. And I Googled it, and I'm like, wait, where the fuck is this thing? Bro, it was 4 hours away. So I had to drive for 4 hours to get to this interview, and I'm like, maybe this is just where their headquarters is. I did the interview, right? And they were like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then they were like, yeah, we want to hire you, right? In the interview, didn't ask where I lived, right? They didn't ask at all. So I'm like, oh, okay, where do I work? And they sent me the address. And bro, it was like across the street. So where I was going to work was 4 hours away. And I was like, motherfuckers, what? So you want me to drive for 4 hours, right? Then work for 8, and then drive for 4 hours to get home. That's 16 hours. No, close to it though. Wait, how? Yeah, 16 hours out of the 24. That means that I have 8 hours when I get home, right? And that means when I get home, I have to eat food. Well, yeah, eat food, like bathe, and then go to bed. That's it. They get up and rinse and repeat. Al's like, no, because I didn't. Because I said to him, I'll do it if I get paid for the travel time. I think they do that now these days. They give you half. So like if you get $19 an hour, I think they give you half of that for the travel time. So if it takes you 4 hours, you get like what is that? $8 something, $9 something, right? I think it's $9 something, right? They'll give you that an hour for the 4 hours that you're driving. If that's the case, it's like, yeah, it's not as bad. But motherfucker, if you're not getting paid for 8 hours to go to work for 8 hours, that's mental. And I told the fucking job people, and they were like, "Well, it's a job. You shouldn't be complaining." And I was like, "Are you fucking what?" And then I remember moving because you get different like there's different job providers, right? And that was just one of them. I think it was Tersa. And I went to a different job provider, and I told them what happened, and they were like, they were like, "That's insane. I can't believe they expected you to do that and be happy with that." I was like, "Yeah, I know. That's fucking mental, bro. Like, what? That's nuts." And I was back in like, oh god, when would that have been? 2013, maybe around that time. Hey, that was the worst I had. God damn it, you son of a bitch! How much you getting paid for the 2 hours? Was it like really, really good, or is it just like, all right? Oh my god, that was so loud. Are you okay, truck? It's almost already fucking daytime. Or nighttime went so fast. What? Oh, it's a one-time thing. Yeah, well, that's another thing too. Like, not as bad, but if it's like your fucking day job, then that's when it's like, yeah, I don't want to do this every single day. Because like my mother had a job similar. She had to drive. It was 2.5 hours to get to work, and but they were giving her, so she was getting $24 an hour where she was, and they were giving her $12 an hour for the drive. So she was getting $24 and a half ish. Yeah, what was it? She was getting like, yeah, I don't think they counted the half, so they just gave her the 2 hours. So she was getting like an extra $24 just for the drive there, and then an extra $24 to drive home. And it's closer to the cost of your PC for this 2 hours of work, bro. That's what? That's mental. I don't think this is. I think the only jobs over here that would pay like that is like fucking mining work or something. Okay, here you go. This is how we have to hunt Drampa if we want to hunt Drampa. And it's only for like the next like 15 minutes, if that. It's like the first once it gets to like what is that on a clock? I don't have a clock, so I can't tell you. Is it like 3? I think it's like 3, right? Once the line gets to the like where 3 would be, that's it. Grandpa like disappears from here, and it turns into an alpha um furfur to, and I think it's like 15 minutes ish, something like that. Time for sleep. Oh, before you go, Benny, look at this. Whoop. I got Asta. And they gave him fancy hair. I came here to catch Grandpa yesterday, off stream, and the first thing that happened when I walked in here was that. It was literally like I walked in from the other side though, and I walked in and I was like, "Is that a shiny furfur?" And then it sparkles happened, and I'm like, "You son of a bitch!" It was like immediate too, like off stream. Like it wasn't like I was doing like came here looking for Grandpa for ages. I just came here, walked in here, and then looked like there, and it was a shiny furfur, and I'm like, "You fucking bitch!" Because I wanted to hunt him on stream. I wanted to do like a whole thing. But no, the game was like, nah, fuck you. Have it now. You know. Yeah, so yeah, once that gets to 3, that's gonna turn to an alpha furfur. Or a little after that it turns into alpha furfur. Before you go, Benny, do you have any videos?
What? No. We always meet every person. Last year we stayed for 3
Also, we saw
hours.
Mega
I think the line was too
Clefable
long for
yesterday, and
safety.
it looks really
They
bad.
didn't want to stain.
Oh,
He
you
says,
son
"Oh,
of
that's
a!
sad. A lot of us had to leave because they told us the line was cut because of your."
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about that. Clearly, Drambar's not shiny. I don't, I don't, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't. Mm, why? Catching a luxury ball, I guess. Can you go away? Do you want to go? I'll fight you. Lucifer, bring me his soul. Oh, that didn't kill him. Oh my god. Yeah, this guy's more buff than I thought. Bro, you're wasting my time. You still didn't die? Die. Bro, I can't believe this. I got 2. Oh, wait, that means we can give him a cool haircut. Turn around. You fucking douchebag of a dog. Can't believe that. Of course you would do that to me. Yeet. Yeah, I seriously, I don't know how I feel about that. I got 2 now. That's, okay.
Your voice issues. I think
Well,
that's what it says. ID
what's that one?
issues. I think
Is
it's
it a
issues.
girl?
And that typically they move
That's a
folk to a
girl.
different meet and greet area, but due to health conditions, it was just cut off. Chibi says, "What? But I never told any staff of my voice problems. I didn't even talk to any staff near my booth, only at the entrance." And he says at 3:30 they said the line was cut off and that while most creators typically go to a separate meet and greet area to meet overflow fans, due to the quote unquote circumstances, we all had to leave. And Chibi says, "I don't think that's referring to me being sick. I think they're referring to the really bad stuff that happened yesterday." Then he says, the stuff that happened yesterday was horrible, but they specifically said that if a creator wanted to meet everyone in the line, then they'd move to a separate area. However, all of us were told to leave because you weren't feeling well and couldn't meet with more people. Robrano then added,
So,
"I even asked the line capper if there
Twitch
was
is
anything
just
I could do after
lying
being
again?
told that everyone had to go, and he just said,
Is that what that
leave."
means?
Oh yeah, you can leave, bruh. Chibi would then post about the conversation that we just read between her and Robrano, saying, Can anyone else from my meet and greet vouch for this? Nags and I were told to stop. I'm so incredibly sad if this is true. I was
Right,
genuinely
this
so
thing's
excited
almost
to meet everyone.
over
They
already.
told us that we had to
Because
ensure
I'm
safety.
fucking around with
I
that
never even
shiny
told
fur.
any staff I'm sick. I'm so
God
confused.
damn it.
I showed up and asked if I could wait for Nags before going out. That's the only time staff talked to me in the meet and greet area before telling us to cut the line short. I'm so sorry if this is true.
Now, what haircut
Which
do we
takes
give
us
the
to
next
this
one?
response.
Ah, it's already gone. God
TwitchCon
damn it.
staff
See what I mean?
is all over the place
It's
on
the amount of time you
miscommunication
get.
between attendees and streamers. A friend of mine was given so much
Where's the
incorrect
haircut
information.
lady? She's over
Being
here.
originally told she could join your line after a separate meet and greet at the same time,
Oh, I
but
can't
then
believe
removed
that.
entirely from the meet and greet area. She had
God
a small
damn it.
gift bag of things in a clear bag she wanted to give you. Well, I mean, they'd probably throw it out anyways, but, you know, I'm making a joke. It still sucks, but, like, I'm not joking either. Like, they probably would throw it out, as we know.
Yeah.
She asked security if they could give it to you. They said yes. Oh my gosh. They said yes, then proceeded to toss it into a nearby trash bin. She confronted them about it. They told her it was a security risk and could have held an explosive. Dude, that's freaking crazy.
So, wait. But that logic makes no sense anyway. It could have been an explosive. So you threw it in a nearby bin? Yeah, it's normally what I do with bombs too. Right? Why did I do that? I got so into like a routine with this place. Okay, what do we give him? You know what I'm gonna give him? My second favorite haircut. Where is it? You. Oh wait, but this one's a lady. It should have a lady's haircut, right? Because my second favorite is Dandy. We'll give you this one. So I think this is the hat one, right? The like yeah. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. I want to go. I think fast traveling here was quicker. Yeah, that logic
So
makes
they
no
say
sense,
that
bro.
they'll give the gift to Chibi. And then as soon as they get the gift, they turn to the trash bin and just dump it in there. And like
Wait,
it's not.
do you guys see the map? The mini map? The 3 is broken. What? The 3's broken on the mini map. Wait, hold on. No, that didn't fix it. What? Wait, what if I go to a different one? Is it like that for this one? No. Wait, what? Is it just the 3? No, now it's fixed. What? Bro, that was strange. What? Okay. You do you? I guess. Oh, you know what I never looked at? Over there. Because I've like fast traveled to that a bunch of times. Is there any Pokemon up on there that are shiny? I only just thought about that. What even spawns up here? Okay, rat. Anything down there? Rat. What else would I be close to? That building too, maybe? This is the problem with this, I've noticed, is that you need to like check the buildings all the time. Can I get on that building? I think I can. Yeah, I've been on that building before. How did I get up there though? Doesn't look like there's any mons on the corner though. Over there. So I don't think I'll worry about checking it. But yeah, I've learned my lesson ever since this tower and these 4 that were just sitting up here. to just like check buildings now. Cause yeah, when I came up here that time, I was like, oh, there's a place up here, and I just walked over here to look at this fountain, and it was like, like all four of them. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Holy shit! It scared the shit out of me. Also, wait, how many battles have I done? Because Austin John just put out like a 295. Put out a video. I was thinking about doing that anyway, but with like a harder one. But yeah, if you do the easy one, you could probably do that pretty easy to like battle cafes. I have a battle cafe at the moment. I can't get through because um wait, hold on. Could just do this. Yeah, this one. I can't get through it. But you only get 2 grand for beating it? That's insane. I think it has 10 battles. I've made it to the 10th battle. But by the time I get there, all my good Pokemon are gone. Um, but the first chick has Toxic, and she talks, so you can't start with a good Pokemon that you like, because if you do, you get Toxic and died. You can't heal, by the way, during these matches. Um, they don't heal you between each match, so you just get Toxic. And then I think it's match 3. I think it's 3. The the dude does curse, and he just spams curse. Um, and yeah, if you don't kill him quick enough, he spams curse on the Pokemon that's out, and then if you swap Pokemon, he spams curse again on the next one. It's infuriating. Like, and curse in this game is busted, bro. And I managed to get to the 10th trainer because I ended up just throwing out Garbodor, just toxicking a lot of dudes. Because I was like, fuck you, I'll do your strat. I'll just toxic everyone. Um, but yeah, by the time I got to the final person, and it's annoying too, because it's like if you lose, you then have to fight everybody all over again. It's so annoying. You do get good XP though.
Not okay to do that at all,
I'll
right?
say
But you
that.
would think if they're going to be scumbags like this, that they would at least wait until the guests left and were like out of view, so they didn't like see that.
There's no way
But
that
it
I
sounds
can
like they
like.
did it right in front of them. Like they
I'm gonna
did
put
not even
these
care at all.
guys
Oh yeah, we'll give it to her, and then
down
instantly
here.
tosses it in the trash. Actually insane.
Oh wait,
And this
maybe
whole
over
thing
here.
about this like random security that she gave the
Oh yeah, I
gift
found
to try
a
and like
Weedle
give the
stream too.
Shibidoki, and them lying about that, saying that they'll do it, and then turning around and throwing the gift away, saying it could be an explosive. That sounds completely unreasonable.
There's no
You
way
see,
I
these
can get like one of
conventions
each hat,
have the
right?
initial security checkpoint, and the protocol
Maybe
is
I can.
those people decide who can come in
You
and
get
who
shinies
can't come
pretty
in, and if they need
quickly
to
in this
dispose
game.
of
I don't even
anything
have the
before they're
shiny
allowed
charm
in.
too,
So
by
at
the
this
way.
point in time, these guests were allowed in, meaning the initial security checkpoint was totally fine with that gift being brought in. And then there's the obvious point about, yeah, them just throwing what
God
they
damn it.
think is an alleged explosive into a nearby trash bin and leaving it at that is also ridiculous.
Yes.
That wouldn't do anything to stop the alleged explosive if they really thought that's what it was.
That's just an
Which,
excuse.
I
So
mean, in
like
my
we need an
opinion, based off what I
excuse. We'll
just
just say it
read,
was we
I don't
thought it
think
was
they
a
actually
bomb.
thought that. I think these people are just scumbags,
Yeah.
and they were happy to throw someone's gift away.
But
and as we know from the
that's worse, right? Than like if they just took it? Because wasn't there like someone who was like taking gifts and keeping them for themselves? I think there was, right? So like, is this worse? I feel like this is worse, right? Because then like no one's getting it; they're just throwing it in the bin. Or it's like the other one, they were taking it and keeping it. Who was it? It was someone, right? And no, none of the people that the gifts were for even knew. It was like the staff or something was taking the gifts. I think it was like a VTuber thing, right? One of those VTuber agencies or something. Something like that.
the other anecdotes that we've been reading, this was not a one-time thing. This has been a recurring theme throughout TwitchCon with staffers, whether security or other staff, throwing gifts away. And there's a bit more
We're
to
gonna
read
catch this
about
guy
all
in a
of this,
luxury
but I
ball, by the
suppose
way.
while I'm making this
It's the only
long-winded
ball that
commentary section
suits
now,
him.
I mean, comparatively to the rest of the video so far, I'll mention my opinion some more real quick. So we
When
already
he
know
megas, he goes all
that
sparkly.
Creeper went after Emiru, and in large part, you can argue that Twitch not allowing her to have her favorite security guard, banning that dude, and seeming to limit what the security that she did bring was able to do is something that enabled this Creeper to do what he did. But regarding the rest of this, specifically like this issue
bro,
of
I watched
being ruined, guests being lied to, and gifts being
So I watched Dan Clancy's response, air quotes, because it was a horrible response. In it, he calls Emaru a friend, and says that like her like safety and wants was like top priority. No, it wasn't. What are you talking about? She said she wanted a certain security guard, and you were like, no. Then I think she said she wanted more security, and you were like, no. So she like caved into their demands and did what they wanted, and then this happened. And then like I think he said like the safety of the streamers and his top priority. No, it's not, because like after that you didn't offer more security to anyone. Like pretty much everything he said was like a lie. It was crazy. Yeah, fancy like going and saying like, yeah, she's my friend. Like what? Okay, if that's how you treat your friends, then your enemies must be dead. Like Jesus. Hello, Emolga. What's Emolga's shiny look like? Is it good? Never hunted one.
being thrown away. It seems like this has all been disproportionately affecting VTubers specifically. And this seems a bit too...
Also, I looked at Skarmory's shiny. It's mega. That's the only one I looked at. Because, a friend of mine has this game, and he caught a shiny Skarmory. He was like, I'm going to mega it. And he took a picture of it and showed me. Bro, they butchered him. When he megas, like, normally, he goes, like, yellow. Like, he changes color, and it looks cool. When the shiny one megas, it just stays that, like, gross greeny color that the normal Skarmory is. Like, what? You couldn't have made him, like, I don't know, black or something? Or, like, white? Like you did with, like, Gengar and that? Like, it's horrible. The normal Mega Skarmory looks better than the shiny one. Which is, like, a weird thing to say. Yeah, they could have made him look so cool. Meow. Also, I don't know if anybody else has said this, but I'm gonna say it again. I said it yesterday. I'm gonna say it again. They did the Mega Kanto starters wrong. They did it wrong. So I was able to buy Mega Blastoise and both Mega Charizard Megas from stones from here. That shouldn't have been what happened. I should have been able to buy Blastoise, Charizard Y, I think it's Y, right? Is the orange one, and then Venusaur. And then I should have fought a Rogue Mega Charizard X, which I think is the blue one, the one that turns into a dragon. And then that's how I got that stone. That would have made way more sense. Because you get to choose a Kanto starter. So that means if you choose Bulbasaur, you just can't get the Mega for ages. But if you choose Charmander or Blastoise, like Squirtle, you can get their Mega, like, pretty much instantly. It's stupid. They did that so wrong. And I don't get it. Did they choose Venusaur because people like Bulbasaur? I don't know. Like, I don't know. It makes no sense to me. I can't like understand the logic behind that choice. Like it just makes no sense. When you have two Megastones, it's for Charizard. Like why would you make the one Megastone that you get from Rogue Megas not Charizard when he has two? Because like, if you left the made it so you could buy the Megastone where the orange one, that one I think keeps Charizard as fire flying. So then all three of the Kanto starters will have a Mega that doesn't change their typings. I don't know. I just don't get it. And like, uh, trying to think of like or like understand how the Pokemon Company came to certain decisions hurts my brain.
Coincidental, especially
Is
because
it is this
similar
a
things
Pidgey?
occur on the platform itself, on Twitch.tv itself. For example, they'll
Meow.
give a VTuber like a 2 week ban saying that VTuber's too provocative, but then they'll
Is
have
this a
literal
Pidgey?
cam girls doing infinitely more provocative
No.
things, and they're totally fine
The
with
way he
that. There's no
cruises out from behind
repercussions
the
for them
bush.
at all. If anything, Twitch actually promotes that sort of stuff. So Twitch has a
Yeah, it
documented
does.
history of having a bias against VTubers, and
Pidgey?
it's really
Yeah.
weird and sounds dumb saying that. I don't know like why Twitch is this weird of a platform, but this is something that is well documented at this point in time.
Because it
It's
just
mentioned,
is,
so
bro.
I don't get it, but they're just weird and petty
If
like that.
if we
And it
get an
seems like
alpha and it
that's
shines,
not
that'll be definitely
exclusive to the
noticeable.
platform itself. Even at a
Because
live
he like
in-person
stands
event,
so tall.
they're doing similar stuff and treating VTubers this way too.
Meow.
I suppose that's all to say that this consistent bizarre behavior from Twitch is
Nope.
too coincidental. It seems more likely and more reasonable to conclude that this is actually not an accident and it is on some level intentional. Okay, so we left off here. We read this paragraph
That's what I was
about how
saying earlier.
security
It's a
threw the
sinking
gift
ship.
away, saying, "Oh, it's an explosive, so let's put it in this
So the
trash
staff
can
is
in the
just
hallway
like,
or whatever
who
it was
cares
nearby,
what we do?
because that's totally going to stop an
But the
explosive."
problem is
Yeah,
everybody cares what they do.
And so then the user says, "We were told we could join the line again by one staffer, only for security to tell us that it was capped. We don't blame any of this on you. Staff clearly doesn't know what it's doing." Chibi responds by saying, "I'm gonna cry. I'm so sorry." And then she went on to add, "Thank you everyone for the kind comments. I've been really heartbroken about everything, but I don't want to focus.
Orange
I don't want
head.
the focus to be
Oh,
on
it's
me
about to change.
when much worse things.
Oh, bro, that
happened
would
to
have been bad if
others.
that one was
I'm
shiny.
sorry if it seems like I'm trying to take away from that. I just wanted to meet you guys."
I was not paying
So
attention
yeah,
to
in
the 9-day
closing,
thing.
this situation sucks. I feel really bad for the VTubers. I feel really bad for the viewers. Like, I can't imagine a viewer getting a gift, being so excited to give that gift to the
That's
streamer,
shiny.
and then you find out that not only did they not get the gift, but it was thrown away.
You're not shiny.
Some
You look
people are
shiny.
speculating too that some of these gifts might not have actually been thrown away, but that Twitch staff actually took them. Although, of course, that is just speculation. But either way, whether stolen
In
or
my
thrown away,
opinion,
this whole thing
them stealing
should have
them
never ended up like this. Obviously,
is better
I
than
think it's very
throwing them
likely
in the
that
trash. At
what
least
happened to the
someone's
gifts is
getting them,
probably
right?
somewhere in the middle. A lot of them were probably thrown away, and I wouldn't be surprised if
But
there
if
was
there's
some
you
opportunistic
bitch.
staffers who thought, "Yeah, I'm going to see if I can like stuff this in my backpack or whatever," you know. So some of it probably did get stolen, in my opinion. That
Yeah,
seems highly
probably.
likely. I'm not saying that's a fact, though, obviously. And then there's the
But
whole thing with meet and
I would
greets,
rather
people
that
giving the
than have
runaround
it
with that, saying, "Oh yeah,
fucking
you can go," and then saying, "Oh,
thrown
you
in the
can't go,"
trash.
getting pulled down the line or whatever. And then from
This is what's
Enrigo's
crazy to
test-
me, right? Like, that means the only other option that these VTubers have is to pay someone to go there to get all the gifts to then bring them to you. Or like, yeah, that's the only option, right? Or like maybe a friend, so you don't have to pay them, but a friend does it. Maybe you just pay for their like their trip, like their hotel accommodation and all that, and then they can enjoy the con and but also like collect your gifts. I don't know how you would like go about that. But that's insane. The other thing too is like, why are you doing this with like the biggest VTubers like Chibidoki and Iron Mouse? Because like it happened to Iron Mouse. Like what? You you don't think that she's gonna find out? And then what do you think's gonna happen when she goes on Twitter and goes, "I'm sorry, all my fans. especially the ones that are at the con. But Twitch staff threw away my all your gifts in the trash. What do you think they're just gonna be happy? Like, there's no way there's another TwitchCon after this. Like, no way. If there is, then like, there's something wrong with Twitch. I mean, we already know that, but like, I mean, something even more. Like, how can you have another like con after this? Like, how would anybody trust you? Um, I just remembered I got to go do my shopping. I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'll be back. It should take like 10-ish minutes, maybe, maybe a little longer. I'll be back, but I'll put on the Pokemon sound. There's no sound. There's no music. Wait, hold on. Is it? Because I did turn it down. Is that why? Hell. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, listen to that for a minute. I'll be back. Okay, it'd be a good idea if I mute my microphone. Jesus Christ. Bro, the amount of times that I do that is really dumb. Okay. This one. Boom. We're back. Uh, what is this? Oh, I just played a random song. Okay. Okay, multiple people. Yeah. The fastest way to grind 1,000 battles in Pokemon. Well, yeah, it's definitely the cafe thing, right? But, like the restaurant thing. But in saying that, if you want money, like a lot of money, and battles quick, just keep changing it to nighttime. Because you can get like 100K. So you get 20 battles, roughly, per night, like 100K. You become rich and battles. I guess like it depends. George slams Disney Star Wars. Okay, this is what we just listened to. I don't know if you guys care about wrestling. I get a lot of wrestling stuff that comes up because I watch Stevie Richards a lot. But is it worth it? I feel like it is, from what I've heard. Do we want to watch? Let's watch Tectone. Let's see what Tectone has to say.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Little side note before we get in here. I'm not
See what
choosing
he's up
to
to.
make the videos on my phone over and over again. My PC setup is almost done. I've had renovations going on in my house pretty much nonstop since I moved.
Oh yeah, he moved. I was wondering why he was doing these videos where he's just like sitting in front of a camera on like steps and stuff. Guess that makes sense. I thought it was like, you know, a different aesthetic or something because he's not streaming. But yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And it's, oh my God, it's coming along so well. Surprisingly, I'm building my stream room last, but I've got my home gym done, besides the equipment, which is going to take about 6 weeks to ship. But I'm very excited for that. That was about $20,000.
Pidgey, what are you doing?
But it'll be cool to be able to stream from the inside of my house, being able to get some lifts in, make things a little bit more fun. And a bunch of other shit that you'll never see, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, things are going along smoothly. I'm excited to get back to my PC and hopefully give you guys some higher quality videos.
Shiny, right?
Unless you guys enjoyed these incredibly shit quality videos in the big year of 2025, in which case maybe I can be.
Is he going to talk about Twitch? Is that what's happening?
Like I have been doing for what was the first time I recorded the outdoor video? 6 years ago? I think I was in a forest in London, Ontario. I think I was bitching about Ganyu. Jesus. Old times. I'm getting fucking old, guys. I'm 31. Anyways,
we're all getting old.
The world is shifting for a much worse direction, in my opinion. And
okay.
Me being angry at things that
is it Twitch? Has to do Twitch, right?
Now considered the status quo is probably no surprise to you guys.
I think that's a Pidgey.
There's a lot of fucking liars out there. It's it's pretty surprising.
Oh, he's just teeny tiny.
I'm really not gonna lie. I mean,
I don't know if I want an alpha who's like gigantic, or if I want a teeny tiny one of these guys. I think I'd rather a teeny tiny one. Yeah, I think I would rather just a really, really tiny one. Okay, this has got to be a Halucha, right? Because Pidgey would have flew out by now. Not shiny. He's trolling me. He's just standing behind the bush like a creep. Yeah, I think I would prefer a teeny tiny guy. I wonder if oh, it's the lizard. I wonder if the sparkles will happen from this far away. I don't think they will.
You see streamers like Valkyrie lying for Hassan. You see QT accidentally telling the truth for Hassan,
which is a hilarious like statement, right? She accidentally told the truth. Like what? This. I feel like at this point, right? Like I didn't mind QT. I thought she was cool, right? I didn't really like Ludwig, to be honest. But I thought Cutie was fine, right? Like doing the streamer awards, all that. Like I thought they were cool. But like the more that she just keeps associating with Hassan, with just the horrendous shit that he keeps saying, like all those people, they keep like associating with him and calling him a friend, and it's just I can't can't bring myself to like them anymore. It's like I don't. How can you still be friends with that dude, bro? It's crazy. Cause you can bet your ass that like if QT did something that like Hassan's whole audience disagrees with, you can bet that fucking he would just go along with his audience and like shit on her. Whoop. G'day, boss. How's it going? Boss in Dominus? Is that how you said that? I was gonna call you boss. How's it going? Whoop.
Was hilarious. You see,
like he would throw. I feel like he would
like
throw
Sasha
anyone under the bus.
Lying for Hassan, and then she'll see the clip of Hassan doing the exact same thing that he said that he didn't do, and then Sasha Grey will be so scared she'll just close the clip because God forbid she consumes information that goes against her beliefs, which we're going to get into a whole bunch of
No. Well, if there was a shiny, it's gone.
For anybody who doesn't know,
it's dead.
Yeah, and then we have Hassan
not good. I'm just shiny hunting. Who you shiny hunting for?
108 times.
We're like rotating. We're doing a lucha here, but then when it turns to day like this, I'm coming over here and we're hunting for Drampa. Because you can only hunt for Drampa until the clock hits 3. So it's like really annoying. So I think it's like 15 minutes. That's my guess. You get like 15 minutes of like solid Drampa time. Skarmory and have the shiny charm. Oh, you have the shiny charm? Oh, it's going to be way easier for you. Yeah, I don't have it. I mean, I could probably get it kind of easy because I guess I just have to do like the 1,000 battles maybe. And then I could get it. I don't know how many points you actually need, but this is what I'm at. I just need to fill the decks. Fill the decks 43. The Mega's 10, and then winning Pokemon battles. And I don't know how many points the Pokemon battle thing gets you. So maybe I can't even, like, get the shiny charm even if I did the 1,000 battles. Oh, okay, well I didn't need to... Oh wait, I didn't reset it. That's right. That's why. Yeah, the Drampa hunt is kind of slow. Is that an alpha one? Wait, he looks the same size as the normal one. Did he even grow? What? Also, we just got a shiny Furfrou from here earlier on in the stream. And it made me sad because I wanted to hunt for Furfrou on stream, but yesterday I was talking about how I came in here to catch a Drampa, and I came in here, and then I looked to my right, and there was a shiny Furfrou. That's the one in my party. So that meant I can't hunt it on stream because I got it. But then we just got another one. So I did catch a shiny Drampa today. Oh, you did? That's cool. I'm assuming that his Mega still just stays yellow. That's what I'm assuming. I saw shiny Mega Skarmory yesterday. My friend showed me. And it made me sad. Because he just stays the shitty green color. I thought he might, because he's Mega goes yellow. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe it goes black or like white or something. It gets like a cool color. No, it stays the shitty green that Skarmory gets when it goes. Oh, don't touch me. Which made me sad.
4 days, I believe, is the number that everybody was counting about how many lies you just looked towards his audience.
Fucking Gengar goes white.
You saw happen on camera. It didn't happen. It wasn't me.
Gengar goes white.
Got you on camera. Wasn't me. All right.
And
yes,
Garchomp goes pink.
Yes, it was.
Like you couldn't change Mega Skarmory's color.
You guys are old enough to know that song. If you were that woman in that video, my God, you're retarded. I mean, Jesus. Anyways. That really is the status
Random
quo
side
of
tangent.
What's going on Twitch and what's going on with the media, with other news sites.
Should I just kill this guy?
The No Kings protest.
This might not take too long to kill this guy.
Footage from 2017 and a completely unrelated protest, trying to make it seem like this whole No Kings protest was a lot more successful and larger than what it is. We have content creators lying. We have the fucking news lying.
Wait, what?
And even more so, and
he's here again. What the fuck?
Had to process.
Okay, we'll kill that while I run up here.
Because deep down, and I want to make this very clear.
Do I need to wait for him to
I don't
disappear?
Like being right all the time. It sucks.
Okay.
I'm very rarely wrong, and it doesn't bring.
I like the shiny Mega Skarmory. The green makes it look radioactive.
That I'm talking about
what the?
Are bringing me great frustration.
Bro, I've killed you 3 times.
And the thing that I was
how are you still here?
Is even worse than the news, because we already knew that shit was bought.
What the fuck is going on?
Twitch themselves are looking at you in the eye.
Like I liked it, like shiny Skarmory, right? When it's just Skarmory, but like the Mega,
hey,
the fact that the Mega like went yellow made me excited for what the Mega was gonna be shiny, right? Because I was like it changed color, so I was like, oh, that's cool. That means that the fucking shinies probably are gonna also change color. And then it didn't, and I was like, oh well, that's just why make it yellow then? You know what I mean? I don't know. Makes me sad. Makes me sad because I think of like all the things they could have done, right? Could you imagine if he went like a cool black? Okay, this is probably the last reset we can do on Grandpa. Nope, don't touch me. Nope, go away, Kangaskhan. I don't like you. The baby grows if it's an alpha, right? So would an alpha Mega Kangaskhan baby be gigantic? I have an alpha Kangaskhan. Maybe I can try it. Because I have the Mega Stone? I think I have the Mega Stone. Curious on how big the baby gets. I get what you mean, but everyone has their opinion. I don't like Mega Shiny Clefable. I don't like Mega Clefable. Bro, they put doo-doo on his head. They put Dookie on his head. The rest of him looked cool, right? Like, if they just didn't put the thing on his head, I think the Mega Clefable would look cool. But they just put Dookie on his head for some reason. And made him look weird. Oh, he's gone. Are you shiny? That is shiny. Where's my fucking Ultra Balls? Oh, well, he's gone. No, leave me alone. I don't want none. I think I have a shiny one of them. Wait, hold on. This will be a good way to help me figure out. Does that count as within range of this? Oh, wait. I think I did it wrong. I think I'm supposed to reload. Oh, well. Like, when you reset the area, does that count? Like, is that close enough to count? I don't even know. Uh, here. I like the wings, but why didn't it get a halo? Then it would be cool. Oh, anything would be cool other than what they did to its head. Like, wait, I can look at it, right? Uh, where is it? Where are you? You're in here somewhere. I know you are. Where are you? Am I missing it? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, like that. Oh, bro, what'd they do to its head? Everything else about it is really cool. Except for its head. They could have done anything, and it would have been better than that. It's like he's, he kind of reminds me of Dr. fucking Vegapunk. It's like his head's swelling. Maybe he ate the brain fruit. Bro, he's so weird looking. Oh, we should go through. Okay, I love this one. This one's good. Good mega. This one, weird. Very weird. He reminds me of Power Rangers, like, enemy that they fought. That's what he reminds me of. This one, bad. It's not good. It's bad. It could have been good, but it's not. This one, fucking great. I love this thing. This thing looks so good. This thing looks so dumb. So dumb. Why did they do that? The shiny makes it look better because its lips go blue. So it makes it look like he's like suffocating. And that's really funny. What else is new? This thing looks so dumb. I don't like this thing. This thing is stupid. Like, just dumb. This thing, he's okay, I guess. He's kind of meh, right? This would be better if it was Ghost, I reckon. Like if it was Electric Ghost. Because it kind of looks ghostly. But I think it just stays Electric type. Yeah, it does. So if this was Electric Ghost, it'd be better. So this is meh, right? This thing, stupid. I don't like this thing. I don't like this thing at all. This thing looks dumb too. I don't like it. Also, I don't like how like a lot of these megas don't actually change typings. This, Halucha, looks fucking awesome. He looks awesome. He reminds me of Tiger Mask. I love it. What else is new? This, oh yeah, this. Bro, I guessed what they were gonna do to this before they did it. And I solely based it off of this dude, right? This dude, they made him long. They made him so long. So I had in my brain, I was like, what would they do to this thing? And I said, I bet they just make it really long. And that's exactly what they did. They made it really long. Which is hilarious. I think the rest of it looks cool. Like the big horns and all that looks really cool. But maybe just don't make him as long. Oh, Scrafty. I did not like Scrafty, right? I don't like Scrafty. But I love his mega. His mega is really cool. It's like one of the better megas they've done. Chandelures looks cool. Just like a bigger chandelier. He's cool. I love this Mega Phalanx because of how goofy it is. This is like fucking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I love it. And this thing is fucking awesome. Like this thing is so cool. They made Grandpa look so fucking cool. Is he? Yeah, he's still normal dragon. Why didn't they just make him pure dragon at that point? And then Skarmory is fucking awesome, right? His mega is awesome too. I did think maybe he would be Steel Electric, or electric flying because he went yellow, but he didn't. He stayed still flying, which it's fine. But like it kind of confused me why he went yellow. If you're not adding the electric typing, why you go yellow? I do have Kangaskhan. Oh wait, so then how big would the how big would the baby be? You have to be gigantic, right? Because look how big he is there. Is the I have to test this. Yeah, I do have one. Okay. And then give you the Mega Stone. I need to test this. Where is it? Kangaskhanite. Give. Okay. Is the baby... Oh my god. Is the baby going to be as big as me? Oh my god. The baby's almost as big as me. Oh, the little fucking thing in the bottom changes. That's cool. It's like a family photo. I kind of like that. That's cool. Bro, that's mental. What? Wait, how does the... What? Oh, fuck off. God damn it. Wait, how do I... What if I fast travel? How do I reset this? That didn't work. Chair? Chair? I think it's a reference to Electric Swallow from the anime. Oh. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it might be. It'd be cool if they like gave it like in the normal Pokemon games because there's no abilities in this game. But it'd be cool if they gave it like a move where electric moves don't hurt it anymore. That'd be cool. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, how do I unmega you? Do I press it again? No, that didn't work. Do I literally just have to wait for the time to run out? What the? Oh my god, that's hilarious. What the fuck? Wait, what is a shiny... What's the baby look like when it's shiny? Bro, this is insane. This thing is so big. Me and the squad. Bro, I could be Kangaskhan's baby. Look how tiny he is. He's so adorable. Bro, that's mental. What? Okay. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Where am I? Where am I? Oh. Bro, I can't believe how big that dude got. Okay. Whee! Back to Halucha.
Are trying to just say, well, it was only a kiss. It was only a forced hug and a forced kiss. Like,
so the megas in this game are hit and miss, right? Like when they hit, they really hit, right? Like Drampa, for instance. Drampa's so fucking cool. But then when they miss, it's like, what did they do to my boy? Like, there's no in between. There's like what, one Pokemon where it's like he's meh, but all the rest of them are like it's either really fucking cool or it's like really bad. And I haven't seen it yet because I haven't finished the game, but I've heard stories about Zygarde being really, really bad. So there's that. Also, I've kind of been like, I didn't really have high expectations of the Megas, right? after I saw Dragonite, I was like, okay, Dragonite's Mega was so... trying to think of a good way of saying it. Boring? I think boring is a good way of saying it. Dragonite's Mega is so boring. They just took Dragonair and like fused it with Dragonite and was like, that's its Mega. Yeah. So I was like, that's okay. Well, probably the other Megas probably aren't going to be that good. But my other issue with Mega Dragonite, gotta go have work in the morning. Okay, hooroo. But my other issue with Mega Dragonite was that why? Just why? He's a pseudo legendary. He doesn't need one. Like I'm even like, I don't know why Metagross needed one. Or like any of the other pseudos. Like T-Tar has one too, right? Like why? They don't need it. They're already buff enough. Like in my opinion, Mega Evolution should be given to things that will benefit from it. Like this dude. Give this dude a Mega. He'd benefit from it. Or Pangoro. Give Pangoro a Mega, bro. Pangoro's been the ace of my run. He's so good. Franny. She will live on as one of the... what? Oh, leftovers. That confused the shit out of me. Franny will live on as one of the greatest Pokemon that's ever blessed our runs. Is that a Pidgey? Yeah, it's Pidgey. Doosh, 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 doosh. Oh, I only just noticed she has sharp claws. I guess it's because her hands are always in a punch. Her hands are red from all the blood from her enemies. That's why her hands are red. Also, this run too, we have... whoop. I don't think I've ever used a Meowstic before. Till now. And I don't think I'll ever use a Meowstic again, to be honest. Meowstic kind of sucks. Like, I thought... what level is she? She's 76. Check Scummery. Like, she has a... I gave her a Modest Mint, so she has a boosted special attack. And it's 178. What is Pikachu's? Bro, Pikachu's only 2 levels higher. And its special attack is lowered. And it's almost as good. And on top of that, I've been giving Bertha... I gave Bertha a shit ton of, like... what are they called? Wise Feathers, I think they're called, or something like that. No, Genius Feathers. And, what's the one that ups special attack? Is it like Zinc or something? I don't know. Those as well. And that's as high as you got? It's like, okay. Oh, what the fuck? No wonder you die so fast. Look at how squishy he is. His defense is dog shit. Why is his defense so bad? No wonder he dies so... this thing's defense is better. And it's fucking 4 levels lower than you. What are we talking about? Bro, Houndoom sucks ass. I wonder if I'm having so many issues with it. He sucks so bad. The reason I've like decided on this, by the way, I was doing those fucking that restaurant match, and Houndoom was out against... what was it? It was a grass type. I can't remember which grass type. and I clicked flamethrower, and the thing got to hit me before it could do flamethrower. And oh my god, it shit on me. It hit me with a grass move and like half his health. And I was like, what? How is that possible? Like, this makes no sense. So I was like, I think I need to change and get a different Pokemon as my Mega. That's why we've come to this. Because he just sucks. And I was like so in. I was all in when I got the shiny Alpha. I was like, oh, we're gonna use him the entire game. He's gonna be incredible. No, he sucks. He sucks ass. And like I tossed up on what Pokemon to swap out too, by the way. Bertha or Panda. And I was like, nah, I have to get rid of Panda. I'll swap the Mega, because bro, he sucks. He sucks so bad.
She didn't die. The point is that she could have. The point is that she could have been very fatally wounded or killed or worse if there is something. I mean, she could have been eaten. I think, I'll be real, out of all the crimes in the world, I think cannibalism is the worst. I think that's the #1 worst crime. I feel like if you've eaten somebody, anyways, this is a topic for another day. Yeah, the thing is, something much worse could have happened.
I don't know, rape
exists.
exists.
Countermeasures should have been taken, and disciplinary actions should have been taken.
Like, that's probably worse than cannibalism, right?
You did give the guy a big...
Because like, if you get cannibalized, you get eaten, right? You don't know you've been eaten. Like, you're dead. How are you gonna know you've been eaten? But like, if you get raped, you're gonna remember that till the day you die, right? I feel like rape's worse than cannibalism. Does he mean? I think he's got to mean like the crime that someone else can. No, that wouldn't make sense either. I don't know what he means. Like, yeah, I don't know what he means. I feel like rape is worse. Because like you traumatize people by doing that, right? I mean, I guess you could traumatize people by eating their loved ones. It's like Ed Gein didn't eat people that we know of, I think. Maybe he did. But like I know that he killed an old lady and was like butchering her, and her son, I think, was a cop or something. And he went to the house to look for her with other policemen. And when they found her, she was like strung upside down with her head cut off on like a butcher's spike. Is that what that's called? Like hook? The hook the butchers use? Like, that's got to be pretty traumatizing for family members. But I don't know. Would you be traumatized to know that your family member was eaten by someone else? I don't know. I need to blow my nose. Oh, that's better. Oh, you know what? Hold up. I just remembered I have my nose thingy. Oh, that's better. Holy shit. Wait, I might do one more and then right one. Oh my god. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, I had this like Vicks nasal thing, like unclogs your nose. I think I've said this on stream. I have really bad nose. I don't know if I've broken it multiple times, but I've definitely broken my nose once. I don't know when. Um, but it was young. When I was young, and I didn't know it was broken, so it healed. and it's healed with like a lump. And my mother has the same nose, and it's because of that. She broke her nose when she was young. Same thing. She like fell over and broke her nose, and they didn't go to the hospital because my pop was like, "Oh, it's not broken, it's fine." And then when it healed with a lump. And mine has the same thing. But yeah, my nose gets blocked super easy. I can't breathe out my nose properly. Like, I have a bunch of issues with my nose. Okay, I'm murdering you, okay? Come here. Die. Burn in the pits of hell. Wait, you didn't die. Okay, you know what? Actually, maybe no. Maybe don't.
30-day ban. I want to remind
now
you
I'll
that
kill you because I can one-shot you.
who went up to Emaru and sexually assaulted her got a 30-day ban, where E-Rob joked about beating someone up at TwitchCon, and he got banned for 30 days. A joke got the same ban as a fucking crime. I want to remind you, me calling Denims a whore and Frogan fat got me banned.
By the way, like, I don't understand why they thought everything would blow over if they gave the guy a 30-day ban on Twitch anyway. Like, yeah, we banned him on Twitch. Yeah, that'll stop him from doing things in real life. Now that he can't watch Twitch streams? What? Like, I don't understand what their thought process was there. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. And then, like, they proudly said it like it was a good idea. Are they stupid? Like, it's... By the way, I can't remember the length of time, but it was more than a month. I remember it was way more than a month. I think it was 2. It was 2 or 3 months or something like that, right? On Twitch, around when I first started streaming on there. And all they gave me as a reason was that I said something that goes against their guidelines. That was it. Didn't give me the clip. Didn't tell me what I said. Nothing. And when I asked for it, they kept, like, saying no. Well, they didn't say no. They just refused pretty much to give me the clip. Which was just annoying. So I don't even know what I said.
Banned.
But yeah.
Total for 30 days.
Which is stupid.
I want to remind you that Mike from PA literally put a bounty on Destiny's head, and he did not get banned for 30 days. He didn't even get punished. I want to remind you that Sean DeBlack literally said he was going to murder Destiny.
What?
And how he should
Can you not be mad at me?
Brutally slaughtered, and he didn't even get banned. As well as Hassan calling for the death of many different people, and he also did not get banned. Are we starting to notice a problem now?
No, but the other problem is, like, so Hassan didn't just do that. Hassan
saying,
plays, like,
well, guys, we permanently banned
not like fucking propaganda.
That was because it was caught on camera.
Terrorist propaganda.
The clip blew up. Emaru's manager, God bless their soul, held them accountable and said, you are going to take these disciplinary actions and you are going to permanently ban this fucking loser. And so they have.
But, like,
they put in a note saying
that's the other thing. That doesn't really do anything. You could just make another account.
The authorities. No, they weren't. Okay? No, they weren't. And the reason
go away.
Bro,
why is everything so mad in this place?
We literally saw footage of this guy lackadaisically walking at a very relaxed pace out.
What? Lackadaisically? Is that a word? That doesn't feel like a word. Why am I looking for other shinies? I don't even know why I'm doing that. Fuck that.
TwitchCon with
I'm just gonna run straight.
Nobody restraining him because, just like the last security guard, well, if you do your job properly, you're going to lose your job promptly. Welcome to Twitch.tv. It's great. I also love how many of your employees I talk to, Twitch, that even think that you yourself are retarded because you aren't allowing your
He's
own
like really yellow,
your
right?
own moderators to do their jobs. And even they are like, fuck. Okay, so Hassan Denhams and all these
amount of
fucking
checks.
people are actively slandering all these people.
Meow.
But you called him fat, all right? So you're going to get banned for 2 weeks. And now what are we going to do for you? Ooh. We're just going to tell you to ignore them because for some reason the higher-ups at Twitch are protecting these fucking bozos. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So Twitch literally put out a public statement that is completely falsified. It is a complete lie. It was debunked in minutes. None of them put out an apology. None of them corrected the wrong they did. They
Bro, that statement too. I think I said it yesterday.
And they said, "Hey, you're going to believe this story."
Why would you bother
Guys,
lying when there's so many people around
on everything
that's seen it all and could debunk it?
There are so many.
Like, what is wrong with
you? It is insane. I highly, and other content creators from their side won't tell you to do this. I highly recommend that you approach everything that you consume with a degree of skepticism. I highly recommend that you look for proof or evidence for anything that you hear. So important, because there are so many people looking at you in the face and lying. It is insane. And by the way, I just want to address this. Whether you like or don't like Destiny,
how many more encounters I get?
I tried to get along with
the day like changes.
Too well, okay.
I think this might be the last one.
Destiny at all doesn't mean that I can't acknowledge that bro has been actively threatened for and called for the death of multiple times blatantly, and no one calling for the death of this man has ever been punished. And I don't care who you are. I'm not going to call for the death.
They called for the death of his son too, right?
It's just not good. It's not a good thing to do. Now, I might tell you to kill yourself, but that's not a threat. That's just a
suggestion. But Alpha Eevee confused me. I was like, what the fuck is that?
It really is. And people need to understand
gigantic.
That there's a big difference between a gamer saying, bro, kill yourself, like in fucking League of Legends, versus...
Okay, well, now I know those dudes run away.
I'm come to your house, and I'm going to fucking slaughter you. There's a very big difference. There is. Because one is a suggestion, and the other one is telling you, these are the actions that I'm going to do. Man, it really is odd. And the more, and I mean this genuinely, the more you are aware of what's going on in the world, the more that you are aware of these people that are lying, the more that these people will try to discredit the people telling the truth. I mean, I want you to look at Nux Taku, for an example. Nux Taku got his entire career temporarily destroyed, which he bounced back from because he's one of the GOATs. God bless you, Nux. The amount of misinformation put out on this guy is insane. I mean, dude, I get told that Nux is a pedophile daily. And I'm like, brother, what the fuck are you talking about? Just complete misrepresentations of the truth. And I mean this genuinely.
I wonder who did that.
Good to me,
I wonder why.
Who's always going to have the back of my friends. However, I will also be the first guy to hold my friends accountable. Like, for example.
Grandpa's Gen 8, right?
Sorry, I got something in my eye. I was the first guy to call Asmongold a massive fucking pussy when he uses big fat build in Elden Ring because he's not good enough to beat the game any other way. Anyways, just think about how much misinformation is put out on Asmongold as well. Or even
Gen
legal
7?
mindset, you know, or even me. I'm sure everybody at a point of watching my videos has probably seen me be accused of doing the worst crimes on planet Earth. Guys, whoa, camera almost fell down. Getting a little bit gusty here in San Antonio.
Oh my god, Grandpa's Gen 8. What the fuck? Where was Grandpa in Gen 7? Where was he in Sun and Moon?
Yes, there was even a point in time where people thought I was murdering people. Yes, I've been accused of everything on the earth that there is to be accused of. And what's really scary is there are more people willing to believe baseless lies than grounded truths. And let me tell you why this is. There is two sides of your brain.
Well, I can fucking tell you why. Because, like, them having to believe the truth means that they have to fucking change their viewpoint. And people don't like to change their viewpoint. Once they've made up their mind and they have a viewpoint, that's it. They don't want to change it. That's why. but also like for them to like figure out the truth would mean they'd have to do their own research, and people don't want to do that either.
Is the very quick, reactionary, emotional side of your brain, and then there is the slow, logical version of your brain. Now, the majority of people
maybe
are
you
really going to fall victim to the short emotional
I'm
side
monkey
of their
brain.
That is how we have been wired as human beings to consume content. Whether that's
I don't know how
dramatic,
monkey brain I am. Every time I go over here and I see these monkeys, or I'm like over here on this building and I see this monkey, every single time I go monkey. I just keep saying monkey over and over and over again. That's how my brain works.
Headlines or clickbait titles.
Oh.
Can you believe they did this? I mean, there's a reason why more Pegasus videos work so well, because, my God, the clickbait is insane. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah, but we feed into our emotional, reactionary.
Bro, it's amazing how that Emolga just does not care.
Logical side of our brain, which really leads to, you know, people want to believe what they already think. No one, a lot of people aren't really going to be like, this thing that I greatly believe in, I'm going to look at things that disprove it. Most people aren't like that. Now, I've been like that a lot more often. Generally over the past 2 years.
People don't want to do that.
It's made me a lot more
complete
of an individual.
People don't like changing their opinions.
On, you know, the left side,
well, normal people anyway.
Side, is this thing called
they're not shiny, are they?
And Sasha Grey is a great example of this, where Sasha Grey is so down bad for Hassan that even when she makes claims that Hassan never even had a dog collar on the dog and there was no prongs, and then she...
Wait, why are we talking about Sasha Grey? What's wrong with Sasha Grey? What'd she do? Did I miss something? I must have missed something. Did she, like, come out and defend Hassan? What? No, I like Sasha Grey. I watch her cooking stuff all the time. Her food looks delicious. Also, she sucks a mean dick. But, you know, now I watch her for her cooking stuff.
Watched a clip showing exactly that. She had such an emotional reaction where she got angry and she rage quit the clip because she couldn't accept that her version of reality was augmented, that it wasn't real, that it wasn't rooted in reality, and it made her copyright claim and DMCA strike.
Can I just say something? So, like, Hassan is handsome, right? He is good looking. And I remember the first time I saw him, I was like, whoa, this guy's really good looking. What? But then he speaks, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe don't do that. There's women that are like that too. There's women that are really pretty, like supermodel pretty, and then they speak, and you're like, oh, no. Like, it's not just like what they're saying, it's also just like the sound of their voice. It just turns you off, right? And that's the way Hassan is for me. Like it's the way his voice sounds. Like that's where it started. The way he sounds, I was like, no. And then, you know, you start listening to the things he's actually saying, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're just a piece of shit. But like, if he doesn't speak, then yeah, Hassan's really pretty. But the minute he speaks, yeah.
That clip because she can't accept that she's wrong. There are so many people trying to discredit the people who are telling the truth. It's a little bit scary. And there's this content creator by the name of Milo, who I believe left the internet back in 2015. Guy is very racist. It's hilarious. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was fucking hilarious. There's this other streamer by the name of Cuff'em who went viral for having this clip versus this Mexican guy where they were both calling each other racial slurs. And that clip was fucking hilarious. You know.
Oh, you know, we should watch after this. I don't know. I don't know if I can find a video. I'll try. Have you guys seen Peanut? The streamer Peanut? I think that's what he's called. He's so goddamn funny. He's like VTuber avatar is just a peanut. And he's like unhinged half the time. It's so good. Fuck you, Pidgey.
And guys, I'm tired of pretending that this shit isn't funny. There's so many people who will tell you, "Oh, I love everything. I love everyone. I'm accepting of
Did
everything.
you?
I'm so tolerant. This,
God
that,
damn
and
it.
the other." No, you're just a piece of shit, and that's a video for another time, which I might record immediately right now because I think it's worth discussing. But
I'm also going to say something else. If you're a piece of shit in one way, more than likely you're a piece of shit in other ways, right? So, like, Hassan's like a piece of shit radicalizing all these people into fucking believing that, you know, killing people and all that's fine and playing like terrorist propaganda and fucking all this dumb shit. He's a piece of shit for that, right? But then when the dog thing happened, people were like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he shocks his dog. What a piece of shit. I can't believe he's such a piece of shit." I can. But if he's a piece of shit in one way, he's a piece of shit in another way. Like, he doesn't have morals when it comes to the fucking terrorist stuff. Do you think he draws the line at shocking his dog? And, like, by the way, I think I said it yesterday. I'll say it. I said it again. I don't care that he shocks his dog. Right? I've shocked Panda before, and I shocked Asta, but I didn't. Like, I put it on Asta to test it to see if the collar was broken because it wasn't working for Panda. Otherwise, I wouldn't have shocked him. Because he's fine. He doesn't really bark. Panda's the one that barks. So whenever you see the dog's barking, it's Panda. It's every time it's Panda. But yeah, she used to be way worse. Way worse. So, like, I've used a shock collar. It's fine, right? But I used it to get her to stop barking at every little noise she ever heard. Hassan uses it to keep his dog in a tiny square for fucking hours on end. Not getting off to get water or like food or just like stretch. That's the issue, okay? The issue is that he's making it stay in its tiny cube by shocking it. But the fact that he shocks it to train it, that's like, I don't care. That's not an issue. A lot of people do it. And like, once the shock collar didn't work for Panda, I never used it again. Because it's like, well, it's not working. So there's no point. And then as she grew older, she kind of chilled out a little bit. Kind of. Well, she chilled out with her barking, but she's become more aggressive with killing things and that as she's gotten older. But the barking's chilled out, so that's a plus, I guess. Bro, I have so many dog hairs on my glasses. So it's tickling my eyeballs. These fucking dog hairs. Yeah, so my issue with the shock collar is the way he's using it. Not the fact that he's using it. Because, like, I told my mother about it, and she was like, "What's wrong with using a shock collar?" And then I explained to her what he was using it for, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's bad. I would never do that. That's crazy." Because the shock collar I got was from my mom, because she was using it for her dog to get her dog to stop barking. Because when she first got her dog, she lived in like a complex, so people would walk past constantly, all day. And she wasn't supposed to have a dog in the complex. So, like, the dog barking was bad because if they got found out that they had a dog, they would have to get rid of her. They had to get her to stop barking. Which kind of worked. She doesn't bark at random people anymore, but if like I come over, for instance, she like barks and talks. She goes whoa 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 whoa, like really loud. But she doesn't live in the complex anymore, so it doesn't matter. That's why she got it. And then yeah, I wanted to try it to see if it'd work, and it didn't. Whoop. Okay. But yeah.
Yeah, cognitive dissonance is running wild, as well as another great one, the fallacy of relative
Like
relation.
the other thing too, right, with Hassan, right, the fact that I'm like the reason I'm saying like he's a piece of shit in one way, he's a piece of shit in another way. I would not be surprised if someone came out and was like, "Oh, Hassan like talks really bad about Ludwig when he's not around to other people and calls him all sorts of things, or like talks back Cutie or like any of them, right?" That would not shock me because of course he would do that. He's just a piece of shit.
Which is, you can't be upset at this thing because there's a
He said
war in
goes
Gaza
green,
happening
right? Yeah.
now. There's a genocide in Palestine. Yeah. Unfortunately, just because there's something worse happening elsewhere doesn't mean that your current issue doesn't exist. Regardless, lots of things to enjoy today.
There's a lot of things happening in the world that
and
that are
rage
bad.
culture is fed higher than
Right?
ever, and everybody
Like,
calling out the truth is villainized.
like someone's starving somewhere, dying of starvation. Who knows?
Just a good old squeaky clean boy, and my God, am I fucking tired of it. Yeah, do me a favor, fact check everything. I think it'll make your life much better. And,
oh yeah.
really,
by the way,
just observe the astroturf.
Okay, I'm gonna mute this. By the way, I noticed the buildings lights turn on and they turn off when the days change. Do you see it? See how like they're changing color? That's their way of saying like the lights are turning on. Which would have been better, you know, if the fucking buildings weren't stickers. Oh, also, is it gonna show it? I don't know if it's gonna show it. But the tower's changed. That's not the tower. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. The tower's covered in a thing now. I noticed it yesterday when I was like off stream. It changed to nighttime, and I was like, "Wait, what's going on with the tower?" I guess it happened sometime yesterday, and I just didn't notice it. Which, you know, doesn't sound like me at all. Fucking Pidgey. God damn it.
Surfing on Twitter, how everyone will say the exact same comment, most likely from fraudulent users or fake users in general, where they say, hey, this guy who's literally saying things that have been proven on camera, well, he's delusional, he's schizo, he's obsessed. Yes, I am obsessed. I am obsessed with pushing the truth. And side note, for anybody who sat through this entire video,
I mean, I was only half paying attention to it, so...
all of you guys who are part of my community, correct? There's a lot of things in
Bro, I
the
can't
world
wait.
that I could have already dealt with, but I'm not.
I can't wait for, like, Tectone's court stuff to be done, and for him to just, like, show everything. It's gonna be crazy. DoorDasher? What?
I didn't report this to the...
What? DoorDasher fired for reporting a crime that wasn't committed? Wait, what? It's for 30 minutes. I don't think I want to watch a 30-minute video on it. But what? They reported a crime that wasn't committed? So then was it a crime? I don't understand. Ash and Serena finally returned to the Pokemon anime. Do we care? Not sure I care. About her relationship with Vettel? Once again, why do people care? Or people care about the weirdest shit. Yeah, I would. I got a bunch of stuff. All AFK 1000 battles. What? Oh, that's yeah. I remember. Austin showed that. I'm not gonna watch that. Does Austin John have any more videos? Just a tutorial for the macro. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna play the macro thing for you guys, so you guys can see it. But we'll go back. I'll go back to the start. I got to here, and I was like, okay, I get it. I get the gist of it. It was something I had a thought on anyway. And then I'm gonna watch Stevie Richards.
What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today I'm going to be helping you get the shiny charm by telling you the fastest way to rack up battles in Pokemon Legends EA.
Maybe.
At the beginning of the game, you get access to Mabel's requests, and level
I'm not
50
sure if
is the shiny charm.
Where I'm at,
and then you're looking
I'm not sure
at all
if
the
I'd be able to
requests in
get
here,
it.
and there are a lot of them.
I don't know if I'll have
you can
enough
see
points.
right here, I need 400 points. The rock types are worth 300, and then win Pokemon battles, which is the final level of it, is worth 2,000 points. But you have to do 1,000 battles. Because of this system, you actually don't need to.
Wait, is worth 2,000 points, and then I get 500 points, and I need 1,500 points. So then I'll have 1,000 points into the next level. Okay, I'm definitely not going to be able to get it, right? Because like how would yeah, I don't think I'd be able to get it unless I got one of these. Maybe? Because, like, wait, is that like 1,500 points from where I'm at? Or is that 1,500 points in total? I mean, it would take me a whole minute to get to 500. And I can't get 3 more megas. I can't test this. Sag. Also, I should probably mention, because I forgot to, and I was going to tell you guys about it when I did it. Where is it? Okay, yeah. So, oh yeah, by the way, this is what shiny Slowpoke looks like in this game. He's very pink. The Galarian Slowking counts. Counts as Slowking because its name is Slowking, so it counts. So you can do the Galarian Slowking and get it that way, like I did. Meow. Yeah, so I'm not sure if maybe it's like 1,500 in total for this level, and then it's 2,000 for the next level or something. But then like I still won't have enough points, right? I don't think so. Yeah, so I don't think I'll have enough points.
Fill up your Pokedex completely. The highest level of fill up your Pokedex, that's only 600 points. You can skip out 10 Pokemon from the Pokedex and still get the shiny charm, which is just absurd in my mind. Something you cannot avoid is evolving via link trade, which is only 5 trades, and I put out the trade codes. Trade some Kadabras, you're fine. But I wanted to talk about winning Pokemon battles, 1,000 of them, because it's such a daunting task. I don't want to do it. I've been procrastinating this so hard. I've been doing everything possible to not do this until a buddy of mine, Reversal, put out on Twitter a great strategy that I wanted to talk to you about. There are 3 restaurants that had different quests in the game that you had to do.
Still gonna take a minute though, right?
The most difficult of which is Sushi High Roller, which is a 3-star restaurant.
What? Is that the one that I'm at? No, it's not. Where's Sushi High Roll is there? No, I did that one. That one wasn't difficult at all. I guess he's saying that because each trainer throws out three. I think it's three. They throw out three Pokemon at a time, so you fight three at a time. But with Pangoro and Earthquake, I just killed all of them at the same time. So that one wasn't that hard. This one's hard. You have to fight 10 people in a row without being able to heal. And they have motherfuckers that spam Toxic and motherfuckers that spam Curse. That one's hard. Well, I guess it wouldn't be hard if you had a level 100 guy, but I'm only level 85. And all my other ones are a lower level. Like, maybe if all of my guys were at level 85, then it wouldn't be so hard, right? But they're not. So I don't know what... God damn it, do I have to bring like a shiny one of you up so I can like see what it looks like? Does it change a lot? Does it stay the same? Does it just get a slightly duller palette? What's its shiny look like?
There's Restaurant Leia, which is
Shop
a
at Good
2-star
Green.
restaurant. And then down here at the bottom
Already
right
know that
is
one.
Restaurant Lena, which is a 1-star restaurant. The 3-star restaurant has 10 consecutive battles that you have
Yeah,
to
that one
clear for a
sucks.
side quest. The other one is 5 battles, and then this one is 3 battles. This one is what we want to
Yeah,
do.
the 3-battle
There's
one.
2 very simple ways to go about doing it. Any Pokemon that you want
Like,
that has an attack that's
it would
not
still take a
immune to
while,
anything,
though.
like Charizard can use Fire Blast, go ahead and give him a Shell Bell, or you can use Zygarde because his ability makes it so he recovers half of his health when it's below half of his health, and then it reverts back, and then it regains health. It's
Or my
weird how
eyeballs
it
are
works,
tripping.
but I'm
I
not
saw
mad at it.
sparkles.
I'm just gonna go ahead and give Charizard the Shell Bell, just because Leftovers kind of doesn't really work that well when you're knocking out Pokemon too quickly. This costs 3,000
think I have
Pokédollars
a
for
Shell
you to
Bell.
actually go ahead and do the battle. And the Pokemon are ridiculously simple. This Pansage that we're going up against is level, I think is like 30. Yeah, he's level 30. Go ahead, use Fire Blast. His attack did
Would
5
you even
damage to me, and
need-
Shell Bell fully healed me up. And then Skiddo, immediately from here
Would
is
you
going to be
even
the
need the
next
Shell
trainer.
Bell?
There's only 2 lines of dialogue in between. It
I feel
goes
like if you have a
right to
Pokemon
it.
that hits
It's some
fast
of the
enough, you could-
fastest interaction you can have
you
in
could
the
probably
game.
just
And then this is
kill
Pandora.
them
You
all
can
really
kind of pick
quickly.
up the theme here. It's a lot like the restaurant
Right?
in, I think it was Black 2, that they had the 3 elemental monkeys. So yeah, this is going to be a water trainer,
Oh,
and
no.
Charizard can...
I just looked at the shiny Halucha that I have on stream. So every time I look at the Halucha, right, I'm looking at its head because it's pretty much that most of the time that's all I can really see out of like the bush and that. So I'm looking for the green instead of the orange. But like you could look for the purple, right? Or the black. But the most obvious part, and it just occurred to me, is the white. There's no white on him whatsoever. So if you just look at the white part, you'll know instantly. Because it goes red. And I just looked at that, and that just occurred to me. That's the easiest part to look at. That or the black wings, I guess. But, at nighttime like this, like the black kind of blends in.
absolutely destroy it because we have a 70 level advantage. Your tertiary battle is against Panseer. Now, between the 3 battles, I got about 6,000 Pokédollars back. At the end, we do get 5 tiny mushrooms, which is, a few bucks, and 3 small
mushrooms.
experience candies. And then we go ahead and we
No
do
way.
the battle again. So we end up turning a profit.
It's annoying
and
that it
we
costs
get
money.
loot for experience, and we get loot to sell later.
To
Now,
be
to come
honest.
up with the best fixed experiment possible, I set up my controller to do a macro of hold ZL, press A, press B, release ZL, repeat every 0.5 seconds. So by doing
Sounds like a
that, I
lot
know
of
that
work.
I'm doing a consistent amount. If for some reason A doesn't work, B is going to work.
Like,
And
it sounds
on the
like a
menu
shit
screens,
ton of
it's always
work.
going to progress using the A button. And doing this method, I was able to come up with a consistent rate of me knocking out opponents that I know is going to be fixed. Now, you can achieve the same results by
So
watching.
I feel like if you just play the game like I have, you can get pretty much to 500 battles because we're at 300, and I think I only did two, maybe three, like extra night battle things just to get money. And it was to buy the Mega Stones because they were like 100 grand for the Kanto starters. And I'm like at 300. So kind of feel like you should be able to kill it. Okay, don't fast travel until this thing is gone for good. So I kind of feel like you could probably get to around 500 just by playing the game, and then worry about the other 500 after you beat the game. Like, unless you desperately want the shiny charm earlier, but even in saying that, like I've done like all of the research I can pretty much do. Like, unless there's Pokemon somewhere around the city that I haven't found, because like this is starters, that's starters. That's starters, that's starters. Scizor, I guess I could get Scizor, but have I even found a metal coat? I don't think I have. So that's two. The extra ones I could get. And then Beldum? Is there like a spot where Beldum spawns that I just haven't found? Wait, then what the fuck are these two? Oh, I didn't even think of this. Xerneas and Yveltal, are they even in the game? I haven't heard anything about them. Wait, what? Why is... Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Brogadier, Greninja, Phalanx? And then Chespin? Wait, this isn't even the right order. It's supposed to be Chespin, Fennekin, and then Froakie. Ooh, I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. That's annoying. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? So yeah, that's like, well, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. How many do I need to get the next one? Oh, I need 5. Okay. Where's Beldum? Is Beldum just around the city? I just haven't found him? There's no way. Beldum. Pokemon. Za. How to find Beldum.
So this specific Pokemon evolutionary chain in Pokemon Legends...
Shut up, I don't care.
Spoilers. And we're going to be getting Beldum. This is in Lissandre's Cafe, and the might be a little bit tricky to find. So
Okay.
ZA is not really hard to actually do. It's just might be a little bit tricky to find. So I'm going to guide you guys through this. If you're wondering why you see my pause menu right now, because there's going to be some spoilers up ahead in terms of a location. This is going to be very late game before you get to this. So
okay, yeah. So he is like locked behind story progression or something. So yeah, where I'm at in the story, I can't finish the decks. Okay. Yeah.
Paramount Plus or Hulu with a turbo controller.
So yeah,
every second or so just hit ZL, and if you happen to miss hitting ZL once, it doesn't matter because it's 70 levels lower than you. Doing this rate I was able to do over the course
What?
of 49
That
minutes,
Alpha stole me from
54
that? Holy
battles,
shit.
more than 1 battle a minute. So we're averaging a rate at 66
Hello?
battles per hour.
What?
The entire first 50, 60 hours that I played, I did 300
What
battles.
was that?
In one gaming session, I could have knocked it out. If I had known this beforehand, I would have the shiny charm before release day. But it didn't occur to me. Shout out to Rev for putting this all together. And to be quite honest with you, I am just going to let this do this overnight on my macro. That way I wake up tomorrow.
So I had this thought when I first did this. I was like, oh, I could just do these over and over again to get my battle research up. And the other thought I had too was the why am I looking at everything that is in here? I don't want to. I just want the fucking Rapper. My other thought I had too was I could just do the night things over and over again and become rich. Which I feel like is a more fun way of doing it. But if you want to do it quick. What the fuck, dog? Why are you... Bro, I gotta take a picture of this. There's no way he's comfy. Like, if you want to do it quickly, I guess that's, like, the way to do it. No, why are you moving? Lay down. God damn it, he moved. Why? Why do you do this? Whenever I'm like, hey, I'm gonna take a fun picture. And then he fucking... And then he moves. Bro, he's laying down in like the weirdest way. He's like standing up pretty much.
And I can just get the shiny charm. I mean, I think I could optimize this a little bit better if I did like priority moves. Like if I did Dragonite with extreme speed, that could actually cut down on the time. Good morning, gamers. I woke up, got the shiny charm, realized that I didn't take a video clip of it, you know, the Switch one, and then I was like, all right, great, I'm gonna reset my game, that way I get the in-game clip. And then I realized that there's no autosaves between these battles. So now I'm back to where I first started. So I saw this as a great time to test something, which if I used extreme speed instead of fire blast, so I have a Lucario with extreme speed and he's just going off, right? I'm actually able to significantly, not just a little bit, significantly get this time down to be 102 battles per hour. That's a huge improvement. So yeah,
okay.
Extreme speed, priority moves, you definitely want to use those instead
what
of
level
just
is that Lucario,
whatever
though?
basic moves that I was talking about before. I think it was Fire Blast. Now, before you decide to go ahead and spam these battles, I am going to highly encourage that you complete your main missions. Once you're in the post game, you're going to have a main mission that's just going to persist there for the Battle Royale, which is doing battles and then doing the infinite battle royale. That's not really a spoiler. And then you have to keep doing challenger matches. After your 15th challenger match, some stuff goes down. I'm going to be intentionally vague, that way I don't have to say it's a spoiler. Some stuff goes down, you get some things. Awesome. Other fun, quirky things that they hid inside of the infinite battle royale, like if you do 20 of them, then the pink girl, she does her ultimate battle thing. It's a fun experience. Highly recommend you finish all of your main missions, the infinite battle royale. You get the rewards at the end after your 15th round before you go ahead and decide to do this, because otherwise you're just gonna have to do more work again. Quick little thing, yesterday's video I talked.
A friend told me you get Floette. AZ's Floette. I'm curious if you can shiny hunt it. Because I want a shiny one. If I could shiny hunt it, that'd be awesome. But I don't know if you can. I'm hoping you can.
About the best shiny hunting method ever, and there's still some unclear thing in the code that Anubis and the crew is still trying to figure out as far as how your old shinies get overridden or do or don't. You should not worry about it. There's some things that point to they do get overridden, so you don't need to worry about a bird on top of a building from 40 hours ago overwriting the things you're going to encounter now. Even if all 10 slots are full, you are still going to be getting new spawns. So do not worry about it. Just wanted to throw that out there now, just in case you didn't see the pinned comment.
Okay, sweet. Because, like, I was, like, worried that once, like, the 10 slots filled up, that you need to go catch those old shinies. Otherwise, like, new shinies aren't going to spawn, right? Because I was, like, not finding shinies for a very long time. Or, like, off stream. And I was like, I was finding shinies really quickly before. Why am I, like, not finding any now? I was just, like, running around the city, not finding anything. And then I went up on top of that building, and there was fucking 2 butterflies and 2 Bidoos up there, shiny. I was like, is that why I filled up the 10 Pokemon? So now nothing new can spawn? But he's saying, no, that's not how that works. Okay. So it's good to know. So it means you could just have, like, fucking 10 random, or 9 random shit around the city. Which is a good thing to know.
Yesterday's video. Let me know what you think about this. If there is a faster method,
Bro, what are we gonna
put it
get
down
first?
below. I don't think it's possible
Grandpa
just
or
because
the...
of how quickly this is going between the different things. But since I have the macro going on, I'm fine with it. Guys, thank you so much for being here. If you found this information helpful, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out.
So, okay, so he's saying, like, finish all the main missions first. What level was that Lucario? Why was it not one-shotting those things? The Zar came out. I thought it was coming 2026. No, the DLC's coming 2026. The DLC comes out in February. But yeah, Zar's already out. Also, g'day, me Saint Duck. How's it going? Okay, this one. Next
In
video.
a couple of my videos, I've been talking about automating my playthrough of Pokémon Legends.
Then here you go. This is how you automate it.
Inputs and controls and things like that. And I did talk about several.
You want anything Pokemon related? Austin John is
I just
like
wanted to go over
one of the best.
Specifically how I'm doing it because there have been a lot of questions. So
Grandpa,
this is the way I'm doing it. Oh, yep, that's why we do it. Are you in my range?
That's shiny.
You get in my range.
That's the shiny? Wait, but it's like poop brown. That's what shiny Swirlix looks like? That doesn't feel right. Cause he's cotton candy, right? You couldn't make him any other color? What? Where's Tramper? Ah, I hit the time. You couldn't make him any other color? Like poop brown is what you went with? That's what is, well, he turns into a cupcake. Right? Slurpuff's like a cupcake. Okay, never mind. That makes sense now. It doesn't make sense for that guy, but it makes sense for Slurpuff, right? Because he's a cupcake. This makes me worried for Spritzy's shiny. I've never seen it, but it makes me think that his shiny is also bad. Also, I remember that there's Pokemon up here. And they might be shiny. There's those, and then there's a Pidgey. Yeah, okay. Just have to check those now, just to be safe. Can't believe that's the shiny.
There we go. Thank you.
That's gross.
5 years ago, I featured this item in a video about hatching Pokemon automatically using automation.
Was that his sound? It was bad?
That's why we do it. Are you in my range? Can you get in my range? There we go. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, that's his
5
sound.
years ago, I featured this item in a video about hatching Pokemon
Why was he sound
automatically
all
using automation.
gross?
And since then, they've done a firmware update. This is called the
Meow.
Collective Mind Switch Up. It used to be sold at GameStop. I don't know if it still is. When my first video went live,
Pidgey?
they went sold out pretty
Pidgey.
much across the country and a lot of international. So there's a lot of things that you can use. You can program Arduino boards. Certain 8-bit DO controllers allow macros of the analog stick. My
You
8-bit
bitch.
DO controller, which this is the ultimate Bluetooth controller for the Nintendo Switch.
Sure.
I don't believe this one does, but I'm just using this hardwired into my controller. You can use the
Okay.
8-bit DO controller. You could use my other
I
Switch.
mean, I'm
is
not
just
gonna do
using
any
a
of
Switch
this,
1
but
controller.
like,
You can use a PlayStation 4
it's good to
or an
know all
Xbox
this.
controller. You have a lot of options because it takes whatever signal that it's getting and makes it into a Nintendo Switch Pro controller input.
Whee.
So whatever you feel comfortable with, cool. It's going to be like the most rinky-dink video. Okay, so it plugs into the Nintendo Switch dock or into handheld with a dongle, whatever you want to do. And once it's plugged in, do keep in mind that we're going to be activating macro mode. And that
Macro
may
mode.
require a firmware update.
What a name.
You just go to the Collective Mind website and download
Macro
the firmware
mode.
update. And if you're doing it right, you should be able to activate macro mode. That's purple and that's sort of ambery colored. On their website, they have instructions on how to
Okay.
actually go about setting it up.
Why are
You
they
choose
sideways?
What button you want to be your macro, and you get to choose your mode.
Why is it-
My mode that
why
I'm
is it
using,
sideways?
I'm using the 4-dot mode. I don't know the exact name, but you get an
Is
option
this
of
so you
1
could
dot,
like
2 dot, 3 dot, or
screenshot
4
on your
dot.
phone?
I'm going to have their tutorial video linked in the description down below, so hopefully that can help you out. And then once you go ahead and set that up, you're going to be able to program whatever macro that you want on your controller. I chose to use
Pidgey.
L as my macro program. Okay, so I'm just on a regular Pro controller right now, and it's acting like a wired controller. Be sure to activate wired USB controller mode. And if I hold down home and L, it does 2 vibrates, or on this controller, because the vibrate motor is dead, it doesn't do any.
Bro, there's
Whatever
a lot of
macro that I want to
information.
program, all I have to do is hit L, and now it's in receiving mode. So if I say I want to move
There's a whole
left
lot of
and then right,
information.
I just hit L again, and now that's going to save the macro. I hit L, and it executes that macro over and over, and then in this in particular mode, it's just going to repeat it over.
Oh,
and
is that
over.
why the
And then
sound
if
is
I wanna
bad?
stop
'Cause of
that,
the
I'll
controller?
Stop it. I'll wipe the macro.
'Cause of
And
the
say, for
macro
example,
thing?
I just wanted to travel to this cafe over and over, right? I now choose that I want to program the macro. I pull up the map. I choose where I want to fly to. I travel there,
Bro, why is his audio so crunchy?
and then I end the macro. And then I play the macro. And just like that, it will choose the location that I want to go to, and it will just play over and over and over. Now, keep in mind, I don't work for Collective Minds. I know nothing about them as far as a company. I cannot speak to the availability of their products.
That's gonna
or
be-
how specifically to.
That's gonna be the best place to shiny hunt that fucking slope off thing, right? Because you don't even have to move. You just open the map and mash A, right? And one spawns like on top of the truck. Is that right, Panda? Yeah? Yeah? You got a lot to say. You want to come over here and say it? Huh? Come tell me. Come tell me. She's not moving. She's sitting by me growling. Look, I gave you a treat. You shook on it, okay? You shook on it. You agreed, no growling, no barking. Can't believe you're reneging on me. Can't believe it. Right, I need to pee. Wee.
Go ahead and
This is
set it
kind
up.
of fast.
They have customer
Kinda
support
fast, but
lines
kinda
for
slow.
all that stuff. So use at your own risk. If anyone has good experiences,
Yeah, can I
with
just like say too? It's kind of annoying that this thing shares a spawn with Pidgeys. Because like this is always an Emolga, right? These are always emulgas. We've seen that. They're always emulgas. But, like, that thing shares it with Pidgey. So it's like, you might get Pidgey, or you might get a Lucha. Like, why? Just make it so it's just Halucha.
Specific controllers that work well for macro programming, be sure to leave it in the description down below. If someone knows of a Arduino tutorial, which does require a little bit of knowledge and programming and stuff, then definitely leave that down there. So hopefully this can be helpful
My
for
little
others.
Mulga buddy.
But that's really all I have to say about that, just because a bunch of people have asked.
Nope.
So here you go. Great. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out.
Okay. Let's hear the new WWE contracts. It's come out 3 days ago.
Hello,
everybody. What did they do?
Here, and this is a Stevie Richards Show YouTube exclusive video. I'm going to apologize on Stevie's behalf because I know he gets really upset when we do this the old-fashioned way, when we don't splice the video together after the fact. Look at him, he's so upset. This even this way, the video quality is 99 times better than most other people's.
Yeah, but not 100. So there we are. Hey, welcome to OCD Studios. That's what everybody wants me to rename the home studio now.
What?
Hey, did you call that, or did I?
No, you did.
Oh, did I?
And now people want that. So that I might have a t-shirt along with Philly accent and everything else to go along with it. Or maybe just a screenshot of a one year
Bro, Stevie Richards is great.
TKO WWE. How's that for a segue?
Oh, a wonderful segue. Right. Do you want me to start rambling through here, sort of setting up, or do you want to launch straight into it?
It's up to you. It's just, it's going to bring back bad memories. I'm from the Death Clause era. I'm not from the 1 year, I can't even say it right. 1 year, no compete clause era.
Is that what they have now?
Is something. Okay, right. We'll get to the
get to all this.
for later. Just so
I need to know.
Knows, there's been quite a few videos. And
I know they have a non-compete clause.
Apparently, and this isn't.
But I thought it was like 3 months.
Lance Storm said that this was a part of his contract when he was a producer agent back in 2019. It is the just cause clause if you are fired. And if you are fired for just cause, for something basically fairly extreme that I guess WWE deems extreme,
as a just cause,
can enact a no-compete clause of 1 year and not pay you. Or at least that's what they attempt to do when they put it...
And wait, and not pay you? Okay, because I thought the non-compete clause, I've heard that it was like 3 months. But I think it was like, if they fired you, you don't get paid. But if they like let you go, like if you got fired for like a reason, like you broke the law or something like that, then you don't get paid. But if they just let you go because they didn't have anything to do with you anymore, they had no like storylines or anything, then they pay you for the 3 months to not compete in another contest. That's what I remember. But like now these guys are saying that they do it for up to a year. That's crazy.
In the contract. So Andrade, this is all going to center around him. October the 1st, I think actually in September 13th, he was fired by WWE. WWE cited.
Yeah, see, he was fired. He wasn't like let go.
Plus, he just kind of disappeared off the radar. He was apparently going to be winning the tag titles with Rey Fenix. They couldn't get hold of him. Eventually, they just fired him outright. At some point, I guess, Tony Khan and Andrade both believed, or either believed, that they had no compete. They just wanted, WWE just wanted Andrade gone. He goes to AEW, Dynamite appears there October the 1st, sets up a match with Kenny Omega. Then ever since, radio silence. Apart from on October the 1st, where he did an independent wrestling date for the Crash in Mexico.
Okay.
Now, 1 year.
Can you get sued?
No compete. Is this something you've ever heard?
Like if you compete somewhere
it's
else,
something I've never
can
heard of. I
WWE
know
sue
about
you?
if you're injured, they kind of freeze your contract and extend it for injury. I think Drew was in that boat a few years ago, and a few other people. There's a time and a place back in my era, as I had said, the death clause era, where even the 90-day no compete after getting released
Yeah, there it is, 90
was
days.
challenged here and there, because it was 90 days if you want to get paid. And then some people foregone that and just went to another company, went to TNA. Most of the times it was TNA back then, or
Yeah,
just started working
do they
and
get
said,
sued?
I don't want that. It's obviously set up in 3 months in the wrestling universe. You lose a lot of steam.
Yeah.
So they do not want you going to a competing promotion, which, by the way,
With all
they
that
always said
steam.
there is no competition, but that actually in itself shows they want to protect the competition from capitalizing on any steam, push, momentum that a talent had in WWE. Now they can pick and choose. This is not like the NFL. I don't know if in European football they have
What's
that
the
morality
death
clause
clause thing?
where they can say if you do anything or say anything,
It's
we
just
can
another
cut
name?
you. We can forego any guarantees from the team. The NFL can suspend you.
Okay, I think I
WWE
saw
seems to be
orange,
doing that.
so I'm just gonna
1
run.
year no
Yeah, I
compete
did.
though. Man, that's beyond the pale, especially when we still
That's
argue
crazy.
to this day and beyond.
Here's the
Are they
thing though, right? If WWE's paying them, then I don't see it as much as a problem. But if they like have a no compete clause and then WWE just isn't paying them for that year, they're just like, hey, just don't compete for a year. That's crazy. Because like that's a whole year of just not getting paid because WWE let you go. Like that's mental.
independent contractors, or are they employees? They're independent contractors when it's convenient for WWE. They're employees when it's even more convenient for WWE.
Apparently, well, this is the AI overview.
You
Just because
know.
you asked, yes, in the Premier League, contracts contain a
Oh wait,
morality clause
you
that
guys
requires
like
players to
reset,
avoid
right?
actions or statements that
Yeah.
could bring the club or the sport into
I didn't see any
disrepute.
sparkles, but I don't know
We're
what
going
the
to get onto
shiny.
the Just
I don't know what
Cause
shiny
thing,
Emolga
I
looks
think,
like.
relatively soon. Just before we do, I wanted to ask you this. We're not
Did you?
actually going to be focusing too much on Andrade. We're going to be more
No.
on the contract side of things here because it's very interesting and how it differs from, when you, I think, last signed. When you last signed? 2006, 7. You last one?
I know 2008. I wasn't even really throughout my.
That's what
How should I
WWE
say it?
though,
I
right?
wasn't even like a year or so
Because
into
he
my
wrestled in
contract. So it might have
TNA
been
in
the
that
end of
after
2007,
WWE.
but I was released August 15th,
Think.
2008. I didn't go past the first year of that new contract, which was the old contract anyway.
So, I found it weird that AEW would attempt to hire somebody so quickly with multiple wellness policy violations and allegedly
Yeah, that's crazy.
difficulties in picking up the phone or turning up to work. I found that very, very interesting.
I'm sure that like if you have like that many wellness policy violations, like why would you want someone like that? You think just because they're in your company now, they're not going to do the same thing? Like what? That's like if AEW is like coming out and complaining about like, hey, Brooke, wellness policy, like they complain about it, then it's just like, well, that's on you. You already knew that. It's the same thing with any other job, right? They ring your like last employer to like ask about how you are at work. And if they ring them and they ask them, and then the last employer's like, oh, they're horrible. They don't turn up for work. They call in sick all the time. And then you still hire them, and then they do the same shit. I feel like you have no room to complain because like you already knew that that's what they were like. That's like hiring someone like this is crazy.
And also that they would then trust this
Like,
same guy.
she's
who,
just
keep in mind,
wasting their
also got
money.
into a fight with Sammy Guevara in AEW. So he's sort of almost like hit the trifecta of reasons why someone would fire somebody with just cause, actually, with Andrade. But why'd they sort of debut him on AEW Dynamite? I get that very quickly because you want the shock value. But then put him in with the Don Callis family and then, team him up with Kenny Omega like straight away.
What the
I
fuck
know
is
we're
this?
focusing more on the contract.
Where are
I
you?
always thought that's a huge risk.
Oh, you walked.
Like with TNA,
douchebag.
they did this. You know, there's levels to this. Obviously, it's much more serious with Kurt Angle. But TNA did this with Kurt Angle. But he was 1,000 times bigger star, so I kind of understand taking the risk with Andrade.
Yeah, Kurt Angle's awesome.
Well, there's two different sides of that. You look at the Kurt Angle.
I don't even know who this dude
TNA
is.
took the risk by obviously debuting him, and WWE could have had more of a leg to stand on because Kurt was a huge draw for WWE. They featured him for how many years?
Orange. I see
world
orange.
Champion
Meow.
on TV. Even if he's not wrestling, he was a great entertaining act on WWE.
Bro.
Now, no offense to Andrade, but
Kurt Angle did so well in WWE.
Displayed any of that, especially in the recent, time.
Like he's like segment with Rey Mysterio.
What's the word I'm looking for? Whatever
is still like
the
iconic.
Era, the fabulous 4 months.
Or he's like,
although he was there longer.
Like,
what I'm saying is, AEW.
Or he's like talking about like you're a little boy.
WWE just wanted to get him off their hands, and therefore he wasn't really featured. Of course, on the other end,
you can see our name
WWE, and they're kind of like, how should I say, their side.
He has to tell him off.
Says, "Wow, you did all this, and we were just
about
he's
like
to
talking. He's talking to like Rey Mysterio.
We
it's like you're like you're a little boy.
We were just in a lawsuit
or
for
child in a man's world or something. And I like to play with little boys.
He wasn't supposed to be on TV.
It's like so
WWE could
so
have some
good.
just cause,
so funny,
to say we were just about to really
shiny
do something with this guy, and AEW came in and really did this like
I'll add Mawa.
How should I say, illegal way, I guess, when it comes to tampering with somebody not under contract but under that no compete clause. Which I repeat is still a joke because they want everybody to be independent contractors. The minute your work is done, you should be able to go somewhere else.
With the no compete, people have challenged WWE on that and won as well. We're going to get to that.
Oh, it goes like red.
Well, but firstly, let's just get to the Andrade portion.
Okay.
So Andrade in
maybe
WWE,
I could maybe see that, dude.
PW Insider termed as multiple wellness policy violations over the last year. Since weed is no longer a policy violation, that means it could have been something a lot stronger.
Hold on.
That he either
I just realized this looks kind of weird. I'm going to move all these guys.
And this could have been also just refusing to take the tests as well, which also constitutes a wellness policy violation. So we don't know what that is exactly. That's not been made public. But there are so few wellness policy violations that are made public that it's always big news when it happens. And
God damn it. It's clicking to everything.
This publicly, I think it just got out. The last time that happened, it was Matt Riddle, and Matt Riddle was the one who announced that he'd failed the wellness policy. He'd violated the wellness policy like a second time.
What is it clicking to?
And they just gave up on him.
Okay.
After that, but yeah, very few people.
I don't know what it's clicking to.
Announced.
It's like snapping to something. I don't know what it's snapping to.
There's another point to this too, because you said that Andrade isn't the first one that WWE tried this with, as far as not letting them compete after WWE getting released and appearing to be a problem for the company and for management.
Bro, what are you clicking
kind of like
to?
wanting to get released to go to another company. This is not anything old.
I don't know what they're clicking to, bro.
Professional wrestlers or even athletes or entertainers that want to get out of their contract, want to get out of the company
looks weird.
And go somewhere else. But you said Alberto Del Rio was the last time they really kind of tried this tactic that they're doing with Andrade. Am I correct with that?
You are, yeah. That's a little further because I've got two examples of when they tried to hold someone to their nose.
Move these guys down.
Ultimately ended up failing. We'll get to that in a
there we
minute.
Go.
Now, whether Andrade was... Well, here's, once again, do you think he's doing this on purpose? Because once again, he's
so he goes like red.
Here, failing wellness policy tests and then refusing to go to work. Because also something that gets lost
refusing to go to work.
He, I believe after SummerSlam, failed the wellness policy test at least a second time, and he was escorted off the premises where they were filming.
I feel like that stuff
SmackDown.
Makes sense if
And
it's someone like Jeff
then,
Hardy.
He'd gone AWOL,
right? Like
when he was apparently supposed.
Like a lot of businesses, like a lot of places knew Jeff Hardy was like had issues. And people kept like hiring Jeff Hardy, but like that makes sense. It's fucking like it's Jeff Hardy. He's like a crazy big name, a crazy big draw. Like you put Jeff Hardy and like people are gonna want to come watch Jeff Hardy. This dude, I don't even know who he is, and he's acting like this. Like it's crazy. Like he's acting like a entitled huge star before he even is one. It's like mental. Like why? I don't get it.
Supposed to be. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to speak out of turn because I have no idea what's
By the
going
way, can
on
I
in his
like
personal life.
maybe I
But
should
there's a
Google it. Is Ric Flair still alive? Because like, if Ric Flair is still alive, how did he outlive Hogan? Okay, that's black, I think. It looked a little different. It's hard to tell. Because, like, as far as I know, Ric Flair drank like crazy amounts of alcohol. So, like, I feel like he's probably done way more damage to his body than Hogan. And he's like outlived him. How old was Hogan? Okay, let's Google this real quick. I don't remember how old Hogan was. Okay, apparently just writing Hogan doesn't come up. 71. Okay. And then how old's Ric Flair? Ric Flair's older than that, right? Yeah, he's 76. He's still alive. How? What? It's crazy to me that some people can like abuse the crap out of their body and like do all the things that doctors are like, that'll kill you if you do that your entire life. And then they just do that their entire life. And then they live to like 80 and 90. And it's like, okay. Meanwhile, like people who live healthy and that can like die really young.
Going on. His ex-wife is with the company, and he comes back during that time. I don't know the timeline of when they actually split up, but it seems like maybe there's some kind of personal issue, emotional issues going on, mental issues that are just putting him on a downward spiral.
Oh.
And I don't know. I couldn't tell. I don't know anything about Andrade, but I do know
I feel like
if there's a mix between
I feel like wrestlers have to date other wrestlers or wrestling fans, right? Because, like, when they don't, it never works out. Like, majority of the time when you hear about, like, the ones that don't work out, it's those ones. The ones where they're, like, dating people who... Because I think John Cena, his first wife, was like that. Like, she wasn't really a wrestling fan. I think she was just I think it was like his childhood sweetheart or something. And it's like, I don't know what they would talk about. Because like all he'd have to talk about is wrestling, because it's all he does. And then if she's like not interested in wrestling, then it's like she's gonna get bored of it, right? Bored of him talking about it. Are you comfy now, Doug? You noticed I moved my chair slightly back. So he noticed there was room for him to army crawl underneath the desk. Ooh, shit. Okay. Did you? Bro, that was close.
A cry for help and a cry to like get out of that environment and go somewhere, even though he did have a fight with Sammy Guevara and maybe some other things in AEW.
Oh, this dude was like fighting people too?
Emotionally taxing on Andrade.
What's wrong with this
to
guy?
not be in the same company as his ex.
With that being said, normally it's 90 days no compete, and it was always the same way if they released
beat that guy up.
Cause kind of thing is fairly new to, I guess, nearly everybody in WWE. Once again,
I gotta wait for that guy to
this is
disappear.
TKO. They've been doing this quite a number of years before TKO. But if you cast your mind back, what was the 90-day no compete clause? How was that explained to you? And were there any just cause clauses added in.
Right, just
your
clause.
contract
Clause
as
is
well,
like
so if you mess up
is a
massively, they
mouthful.
can
Holy shit!
penalize you further.
Why'd they name it
No, there
that?
wasn't an official
Just
like
clause
morality
clause.
clause in there, but the 90-day no compete was literally like, well, first of all, you're always welcome back
Hold on.
when you get released. I said, I'll see you Monday. Oh God, you can no, don't come in Monday. So no, it was not anything that was a thing back then. The 90-day was basically
What a
them,
weird
the
thing
way
to
they
say.
framed it was they were
When
doing
you're
you a
like,
favor.
when
Hey,
you're
listen, we're
firing
going to pay you
someone
for
or
90
letting
days. You
them
can
go,
sit at home.
you're
You
always
can
welcome
heal
back.
up. You
Like
can
what?
kind of get everything
What are you
back
talking
together. They
about?
never mentioned like you can go to TNA, you can go to Japan, you can do whatever. But that 90 days, I guess, like I said in the beginning, my
Okay,
educated.
I feel like most wrestlers that were in WWE and didn't really get big in WWE, but then now are big, like Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. I think those two both did the same thing. They left WWE, they got let go or whatever. They then went to Japan, to New Japan, wrestled there, got over there, and then came back. And then like Cody was doing pretty good in Japan, I think. And then that's when AEW, like he started AEW with someone. That's why AEW is a thing. I think Cody Rhodes started it. I think. Um, Same thing with like Moxley, but Moxley's still in AEW, I think. Same thing happened with him. They go somewhere else, they get massive, and the WWE's like, well, why'd we ever let this guy go? Why? Because you didn't let them do what they wanted. You didn't let them be themselves. Whereas they went to these places and they were just being themselves, and that's how they got over. Whereas you were like, hey, here's a character we've invented that we want you to be. Now get it over. And if the person's like not into the character or doesn't believe in it, they're not going to get it over at all.
Guess is to take whatever, not that I had any, but whatever momentum, steam, whatever push you were featured
Like look at
with on TV.
Goldust. Goldust could have been a horrible character.
Wrestling. That's when
if
angles begin,
fucking
end, and almost begin
Dustin
again
wasn't like
90 days.
all in.
So, and especially in this,
if he didn't go all in on that character, it would have that character would not have
over
worked.
and done with very quickly. So this is their way. And 1 year, I mean, 1 year, you might as well just start over again. You know, as a completely fresh character, because a year is multiple lifetimes in professional wrestling.
Oh yeah.
We'll get to the legalities of this.
Like everyone's forgotten you.
We've got a lot of information. What can I tell you?
After a year.
What I immediately cast my mind back to was Jeff Hardy. So you remember at the end of 2021, it was very near Christmas, and there was like a 6-man tag at a house show, and Jeff Hardy was part of it. And apparently he explained this after the fact. He just said, man, I was just done. I was burnt out. They weren't using him very much anyway. And then halfway during the match, he just left the ring. And what, didn't he just like leave through the crowd? And I would have thought if there was ever going to be a just cause clause similar to Andrade's, it would be that. But he ended up signing with AEW and working for them 90 days later as well. So why not for Jeff? Why for Andrade? Presuming, and I'm fairly...
Maybe they didn't have it at the time?
2019 Lance Storm had this in his contract. I'm presuming Jeff Hardy probably had it in his contract as well in 2021, 2022. Why didn't he get the whole...
Jeff Hardy was a bigger star though, right? So maybe they left things out of certain... Like, I don't think everybody has the exact same contract, right? Like, I think they leave things out of some people's contracts, or they give them a contract that says something like that. Jeff reads it, and he's like, I'm not signing this unless you remove that. Right? Like, they have more leeway. Whereas these other people don't, and they just go, yeah, I'll sign it.
It could be, and this is the trick. This is where it's completely inverted. Like, you figured Jeff drew money for the company, was still selling merchandise.
Meow, meow, meow.
He was somebody they wanted to at least hang
Meow,
on
meow,
to, and
meow,
if not,
meow.
for that year, you don't see
Meow,
Jeff
meow,
Hardy. They
meow,
can still sell his
meow.
T-shirts, do all that
Meow,
stuff,
meow, meow,
and really
meow.
not let AEW
Meow,
take
meow, meow,
advantage of that.
meow.
So the fact they let Jeff do that,
Hey,
and
he's
the
great.
fact they will not let Andrade do that, which is like, he never really moved the needle on WWE. And my prediction would be he wouldn't really move the needle on AEW as well. So it's so
Yeah, he's
strange
not. That's what I'm saying. He's not a big enough
maybe they just
star.
got a bug up their butt and they're just bored and they're picking on him, or he must have.
Oh.
Just my guess. He must have did.
Bro, that
or
Kangaskhan,
not
I
did
was like, what the
something
fuck is that?
So egregious politically.
All I saw was
to
its
the
big
office
yellow
or
belly.
management that they literally now it's personal
Ooh,
to make his
alpha
life
guy.
a living hell.
An alpha shiny would be cool.
Did you get that impression?
Yeah,
I mean, with
kind of.
that
But
comparison.
he's like, he's
Yeah,
not much
and-
bigger
and-
than
and
normal.
here's why really is because it's one whole year, no pay. How can this be legal?
And no pay.
And
Yeah, that's big.
And here's
Yeah.
the real thing.
That's what I'm
actually,
saying, like,
is
So it is
what
no pay. That's
constitutes reasonable.
crazy.
Because I gave the example when I did a video.
It's like 3 months without
and I
pay
said,
is like
well,
crazy
What if
enough.
somebody refuses to do a storyline? Let's say they're 2 months left in their contract, and let's say creative, and let's say they're really, really trying to sort of force a situation here, where somebody in creative says you've got to do this on TV this week, and they refuse. Let's say it's against the morals, it's against their character, doesn't make sense. Does that count as just?
I think. By the way, I think the only way you'd be able to get away with it is saying like it's against your religion, right? Because then it's like if that comes out that they were like, no, you have to do it, even if it's against your religion, then I'll get in trouble, right?
Cause? Well, insubordination basically to the company. That's just cause. Well, I know you've got 2 months left, but we're going to ban you for a year or something like
Wasn't
that.
there? I think I've heard a story about like a really like popular diva. I don't know if it was Trish Stratus or not. It was one of them. It was like a really popular diva. It was back in like the Attitude Era. Vince, I think it was Vince. Maybe it was what's her name? Oh, Brock Lesnar's married to her. Oh, I can't think of her name. Sable? Yeah, Sable. It might have been Sable. Vince was like, had a segment where she was like, he wanted her to show her breasts. And she was like, no, I'm not doing that. Or something like that. Or kiss him? Maybe it was kissing him? I don't remember. But it was something. There was a segment he wanted her to do something and she was against it. Like, does that fall under this? Because if so, that's crazy. Also, it's like a strange thing to say, like, Vince is her boss, right? It's like my boss came to me and asked me to like get my tits out on TV. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And so he fired me because like that's what happened. I'm pretty certain like he come up with a segment, she didn't want to do it. And so then he fired her. And then I think she sued him. I think that's what ended up happening. Which is like, it's just mental, bro.
Can this be manipulated by the company?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everybody manipulates this type of morality clause. In the NFL, it's like if you send out a tweet or something on social media or anything happens that we don't like, we can basically suspend you, we can ban you, we can do whatever, even outside of any PED stuff or wellness policy violations.
Those PED.
This makes the professional wrestling contract somehow, and I didn't think it was possible, to be even more one-sided to the promoter and not the talent. It's very much something that you're pushing, kind of like antitrust laws, right? You're pushing some kind of monopoly thing where you're
it's the
trying
dog,
to prevent
bro. That scared the shit out of me. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I forgot the dog was underneath me. He like stuck his head up and it was tickling my leg. It scared the shit out of me. Oh, bro, now I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He was like saying like it's definitely in like advantage towards like the company. Of course it is. It's like what? They're not gonna make a contract where they're at a disadvantage. That doesn't make any sense. Like they're a business. Like what?
Somebody from making.
It's saying
any
that
kind
I
of
think they
living
have
anywhere.
before
What
with
you said
Hulk,
was,
Hulk
if
Hogan.
Andrade even wanted to do MMA, he's not allowed to do that. So now it encompasses anything combat sport, or even you might want to say entertainment. Say you wanted to
Yeah, I
be
was
an
about to
action
say.
star.
I was about to say, does entertainment count as well? Because like, then that would mean that he can't do like movies or like talk shows and stuff, right? Oh wait, he's been going on podcasts. I think this guy they're talking about, because I have been hearing about him. Because I'm like, who the fuck is this? And a lot of people are talking about him. And I think the reason they're talking about him is because he was on a podcast and he said that he like I think he said about his no compete for a year or whatever. And that's why everyone's talking about it. Like, does the podcast count as entertainment? Is that a compete? Because that's like, he's already stuck his foot in doo doo. Then
Isn't that considered to be like a mix between entertainment and combat sports? That's very much a gray area that, once again, all the chips are put on the
keep
side
spawning right there.
of the promotion.
The
Makes it easy
for
for me.
having these extremely long no compete clauses is because if indeed this is what Andrade was aiming for, is to stop people from getting themselves fired on purpose. Because there was a number of people, Brody Lee, Ali.
Okay.
I've just drawn
I watched one of these recently with Stevie Richards where he talked about how he tried to get purposely fired from WWE because he just had enough with them. And I think he said he asked to be released from his contract, and they were like, no, we have a storyline that we're working on, and you're the main person or something. So he's like, okay, and he stuck around, and he started getting excited for the storyline, but then realized it wasn't happening. So he just tried to like get himself fired.
Blank. What was his first name? He was
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali, I'm sorry. There were a couple of other people who were sort of begging.
Did you say Sean Spears too? Did
Sean
something
Spears
like that?
as well. They all went on Twitter, social media, and sort of asked for their release publicly, kind of thing. And they were either turned down or they eventually, were allowed to leave or whatever. But then someone like, in theory, because we don't know this is the case, Andrade is willing to go to that next level, or somebody would be going to that next level, failing wellness policy tests, not turning up for work, bad mouthing the company, whatever it might be. This is the reasoning by the company is.
Why would you go to that level to get fired? Because bro, that just makes you look bad for other companies that want to hire you. Like, why would you hire someone who's not turning up for work and failing wellness policies? Just don't get it.
This dissuades people from making real serious efforts to sort of damage the promotion, I guess, or cost them money. And
Orange saw it.
Do you think this is the case?
Well, I would give a different kind of idea for WWE and TKO and any wrestling promotion. Maybe you should treat the talent better.
Yep.
Maybe you should make the talent want to stay. But I also, the more you talk about the wellness policy, not answering phone calls, I think it's more of a personal issue rather than a political issue with the office.
Does it matter if he's not answering phone calls? That feels a bit weird.
Personal issue from the office to Andrade, because now they're exercising something that, quite frankly,
like, are they trying to tell him
Most
something?
times they would.
He's not answering, or is it just like
more amicable? If he has issues or any kind of personal stuff, but once again, I'm just guessing. But that kind of behavior and that kind of going off the grid while you're failing drug tests and stuff like that is literally some kind of cry for something. But it's also something to where in the past too, when you start to act out like that, other companies are going to say,
hey, gee,
we don't want that. But for some reason they do. They do still sign Alberto Del Rio multiple times to multiple different companies. And it looks like Andrade still.
Yeah, but like that, you can't compare him to like Alberto Del Rio and like fucking Who was the other one they compared him to? I don't know. But anyway, like, they're actually stars. Like, they're actually big names. They draw people, right? This dude, I don't even know who the fuck he is. Like, Alberto Del Rio is like a three time. He's either a 2 or a 3-time world champ in WWE. Like, no wonder people still want to hire him. But like, this dude's like, who the fuck is he?
Has different. And now he can't go to TNA because they have the working relationship with WWE. Otherwise, I think he would go there for a completely fresh start somewhere else. I don't know. I just think for them to put it even in Lance Storm's contract, agents, trainers, other people
I think
like
I said
that,
this on stream
that's
already, but I'll say it again.
Too. Unless
I'm looking at buying the
NXT
TNA video game
Center where they're trying to prevent you from a moral standpoint of doing anything
and
to
playing through like the story mode on it, because that game was fun.
The FTC some 6 weeks ago apparently abandoned its efforts to ban most non.
They need to bring back the Octagon ring.
So this was actually put into law,
like 6-sided ring or whatever it was. That ring was awesome.
Ruling, and then this was in April 2024.
Octagon is 8.
Apparently,
so hexagon? No.
So no compete clauses will remain.
What's one with like 6?
Now WWE may well.
I think it's 6-sided.
Safe from that.
It's not a square. It was awesome. And then they got rid of it. And it was like, oh.
You know, trying to stop.
Now it's just like normal wrestling.
Working for an entire year, and not even paying them. That's its own kettle of fish. And the perfect example of this, whether this is legal or not, well, apparently it's not. And it's not been legal for years because Alberto Del Rio, WWE tried to block Alberto Del Rio from working an entire year after he slapped that WWE writer for making a joke about how, because Alberto's Mexican, he should be the one clearing up the plates, basically. So that writer got a slap, and rightly so.
Yeah.
Del Rio challenged the clause in court, and they worked out a deal where WWE claimed that they would bring back Del Rio after a suitable amount of time after the heat had died down, which they did. And then Alberto could also work in the meantime in Mexico wherever he wanted. So I guess that was their way of smoothing everything over with Alberto.
Well, there's something to be said
for
like that. Winning isn't necessarily winning from a financial standpoint either.
I want to get rid of this. Alberto, like,
entire floor of
also like beat his girlfriend or something, though, right?
Now with TKO and WWE merging, that they definitely have a lot more lawyers that are working full time. That's definitely a course of action they've used before.
Like, that's why they got rid of him
the second time financially over time and have you give up or not even try to do it in the first place. It used to be sometimes with the 90-day no compete. Like I said, if it was
God damn it, now I'm just getting a bunch of pitches.
And say in the case of me, even though I took the 90 days, if I had said, well, I'm going to start like a month with TNA or whatever, go to Japan, it's nothing. And I'll just forego the 2 months or whatever pay to do that.
But
now
that was an option for you then. I'm sorry to butt in.
No, not an official option, but I've seen people do.
Wait, how the fuck does the no compete clause work then? Is it like, because from what he's saying, it sounds like you can compete. It's just WWE won't pay you. But if you don't compete, WWE will continue to pay you for that time. Except for this year-long one that they're talking about. But like the 3-month one, it sounds like WWE will just continue to pay you. But like, if I thought it was like, if you do compete, they could like sue you or something. Because if they can't sue you, then just fucking go and compete then. Like, why not?
Do something like that because they just had a conversation with the office and said, you don't have to pay me, but I want to start working. And they could say yes or no, or maybe, or we'll get back to you. And then they wouldn't get back to you until day 91 and say, yeah, now you're cleared to work. It depends. It's just
motherfucker's too short. I can't say.
Your value as a human being, where you're at on the card, and how you have that relationship with the office. It could be a combination of all those. It just sounds like Andrade's is so much more personal on both ends of the spectrum that's why we're here right now. That they're trying
Because like
to,
if The Rock turned
for
up and was
lack
like,
of a
I
better
just want,
term,
I'm gonna go wrestle
F
over
with
here.
them right now.
They're not gonna be like, no, you
Give you one
can't.
more example. Brock Lesnar, he secured an early release from WWE, his contract back in 2004. After the grind on the
Meow.
road, it didn't suit him, wore him down. He was sick of it, basically. I mean, it's like him, Goldberg, Nathan Jones, other people around that time when it was still, really very much a grind, as you well remember, of course, Stevie.
Yeah.
Just for people's interest,
Stevie
Brock
was
Lesnar
there.
signed with WWE July 1st, 2003. He was guaranteed downside $1 million per year, but he would have made a lot more of that with merchandise and everything else.
Itchy.
He left WrestleMania 20 the day of or the day after, whatever you want to term it. The last match he had was at WrestleMania 20, 2004.
Well, like the 3
he had
months
signed for 7 years. That meant it would have run till July 1st or June 30th, I guess, 2010. And in his contract, it said not only could he not wrestle for any other company in the world ever, he couldn't fight. And this was back in 2003 he signed this. He couldn't fight in MMA, UFC, or anything like that. They considered that competition as well. In early 2005,
Yeah, well, as you
there
would.
was, the NFL gig that he had with the Minnesota Vikings, that flopped. He was cut. And then, to make major money, and Brock's an athlete, the only realistic ways he was going to make money was either simulated or real combat. So he took WWE to court in early 2005, and he basically got that clause removed. And by, I think, October of 2005, he was back in the ring, this time for New Japan as well. So there you go. So that's 2005, that's 2014. And I bet if Andrade challenges this, WWE would be 0 for 3 here, because it just seems that a lot of the legalese that they use in the contracts, they're not worth the ink they're written with on the paper that it's written on, kind of thing.
I think it's more of an intimidation type thing.
Yeah, this was to say.
Will you go all the way with this? And obviously Brock had
but
the
you know,
funds
like,
and also the ability to know he was doing other things. He might have wanted the new.
So like the thing with that is though, right? Is like, yeah, it's not worth it. The ink it's written with, but like, it is in a way, because you just said that Brock didn't wrestle for like two years. So they got him to just not compete for like 2 years just because they were like, oh, but we have this thing, right? Whereas like if people straight away after they leave take them to court, then yeah, then it's like, okay, well, it's not worth it. But what it seems to be is it seems like people are waiting and actually like not competing for a hot minute. And then they're like, well, this sucks. I'm taking you to court. So in a way, they're still winning. Like they're still getting the talent to not compete. So they're getting what they want. It's just not for as long as they wanted.
New Japan, but the fact they put that clause in his contract at that particular time, that was not in mine. I remember that. So they knew Brock had an ability to, obviously being a champion in amateur wrestling and college
To be an
wrestling,
attraction.
but he probably could also fight, which they knew
Orange.
that he had an interest in that. And that's a great point.
Brock's just a fucking monster, bro.
That's why he
just
went
like in
to
everything he
try out
does, he's
for
just
the
an
Minnesota
absolute
Vikings
monster.
in the NFL, because that particular thing was the only thing that opened up to him. So why not just try to see if you can move over to professional football and play, and then maybe by the end of the contract you can go back and work wrestling or MMA. But man, it worked out for everybody in the end. He went to UFC, became UFC champion, and came back an even bigger star with a bigger guarantee than he did before in limited dates. So everybody
What's like
ended up making more money
the
in the
age
end.
limit on like UFC?
His F5 finisher, when he was in New Japan, he changed the name to The Verdict. Just as a little insider thing there as well. What's weird with the Andrade case, though, is that he wrestled for the Mexican Crash promotion on October 3rd, and apparently he was supposed to wrestle LA Park, but that was in Georgia, I think, at the end of this month. That's already
Are you
been
okay,
cancelled
dog?
now. There was apparently also a booking Andrade was going to be part
He
of.
just like
the
tried to
World
shake his
Wrestling
head,
Council, the same day as
but
Wrestle
he
Dream this
whacked
weekend.
it all on the chair.
So, are AEW pay-per-view Sunday? I think they're Sunday still. I can't remember. What can I say?
I don't know why he gets under the desk, bro.
Well, the Saturday, Sunday is this week.
I think
Too big to be under there.
One was on Saturday, maybe.
Oh Lord. Anyway, it's
Because
this week.
one was on Saturday because they put that afternoon they put the NXT show, and then later on
I
that
really
night
need to pee.
was the WWE pay-per-view or PLE.
Okay.
October 18th.
Oh, I didn't
Also,
mean
it's
to do
tonight.
that.
There you go. So apparently Andrade was supposed to have a gig
That was a waste of a ball.
Carlos Colon's World Wrestling Council tonight because he was actually going to be wrestling the same day as
Let
I went on the
How many checks am I
Facebook
getting?
WWC.
Or,
I
like,
scrolled back
day
a
night
couple of
cycle?
weeks, searched Andrade's name.
I've been keeping count.
So I don't know if he's been scrubbed from that.
I feel like I'm getting a decent amount.
He did wrestle for Puerto Rico because obviously isn't Puerto Rico part of the United States, and why is it okay for Mexico but not the US? And then where does Puerto Rico fall in with it?
It's a Pidgey.
It's a very confusing situation whether Andrade can wrestle or can't wrestle.
Bro, it's a Pidgey.
And there's something else as well that I wanted to ask you. Do you think WWE
Omega be any good?
AEW over this?
That's a very interesting question. I want to address the WWC because Carlos had a working relationship with WWE for many, many years, if not decades. I'm sure Dutch said that they have some kind of relationship, not officially developmental or anything like that. The thing, that was the first thing, was like Tony Khan could be on that might be why he took him right off
Fucking
TV
Pidgey.
and they never mentioned him again.
Goddamn Pidgey.
But WWE could still sue for that appearance so quickly during the 1 year no compete clause. I mean, I don't know when we're going to get to the point where we were almost there, but Texas challenged it. When are we going to get to the point where somebody really looks at, are they independent contractors or are they employees? Let's really look at it, because quite frankly, 15 to 16 out of the 19 to 20 are in favor of independent contractors.
God damn it.
I mean, employee.
God dang this Pidgey.
You have to show up a certain time.
Bro, I need
you
to
have
pee.
to perform the way they tell you to. You have to win or lose. You have to dress in gear that they approve of. There's all these different things. You have to be in this town. You have to be here.
What's the time?
I
can't stream too long today.
Job pays more, so I'm going to take this
Good things I got to do.
and come back here. They have had it both ways since the 80s. And that's the scary part. If they do lose that,
I'll do some more
they
encounters
can
off
also sue for
stream
retroactive stuff
when I get
all the
back
way
this
to the
afternoon.
80s. That was the fear years ago.
Yeah, that UFC lawsuit. There's still one out there, the Kung Lee
if I get
lawsuit,
it,
but there's the original one that got
if I get it today,
and
then
that had been
that means we
involved
can
for
finish the game
nearly
tomorrow.
10 years. And I think I can't remember the judge's name, Judge Bulwer or something like that.
But
He was
I have a
really
feeling this is going to
sympathetic
be
to the fighters,
long.
And, you know, how they were underpaid, and UFC was a monopoly, if not a monopsony, or whatever the difference is. And they had a real.
Like, I don't feel like I'm going to get this
They
thing
had a real
anytime
shot at
soon.
taking them to courts and changing the entire structure of all TKO contracts, not just UFC. So that would include WWE as well. You could argue WWE.
Meow.
If anybody did sue WWE, they'd have an even stronger case. But ultimately, you never know what's going to happen in court, and after nearly 10 years, everybody's settled. So
I think what's going on now, even though Brock won his thing, Alberto Del Rio won his thing, it was still going through the grind of the wheels of justice through the court system and costing money. If there's something
that's what I didn't even think of that.
across the board and sets a
Yeah, it costs
precedent,
money.
then it's game
So it's
over.
costing
for those
them money on top
contracts.
of that.
That's what they're trying to avoid, and they will play the decades-long
And like
game,
WWE has the
to
money
try to kick the can down the road until
to do that.
I keep
So they
predicting
don't care.
WrestleMania 43, Saudi buys TKO, WWE, all that stuff. Then we have a whole new. I can imagine what those clauses look like.
Yeah, they're going to be bad.
How have contracts changed over the years with WWE as far as you're aware? Because originally when you joined in 1999 in the WWF, you could still take outside gigs, like signings, even independent wrestling matches, I believe, couldn't you? On your day
aging.
Yeah, I was doing indies. That's how I
Stevie.
got these brand new teeth, because I used to have a space between those teeth, and I wrestled Steve Bradley, rest in peace, and there was an accident, like the chair went sideways and hit me in the mouth. But I only remember that because I was doing independent shows. Even when I was, say, recovering from something, I did that angle with CM Punk and ROH in Connecticut that was supposed to set up a bunch of matches, because I was unofficially kind of scouting him and
not
working guys on the indies and
walk directly
the
behind the
saying,
grass where I
this
can't
guy's
see you?
good or he's not good. More guys were good. I
While
was excited. That
while
was a
being so
really great
short.
part of my job to do that. But there was no official, like, you can work indies. Because, for example, I think Dreamer and Nova, when they
I'll
were
do
in the
one more
office, there were certain times they wanted to
cycle.
do seminars, and they couldn't do seminars as being in talent relations to go out and scout talent. But then I could work indies from time to time up to a certain point and unofficially scout talent. So it was very weird, and it depended. You know, obviously,
go punch that guy.
You know, they didn't care if I got hurt or not because I wasn't going to affect the TV product. But Dreamer and Nova also couldn't navigate that and predict from one time to the other. They could ask 3 times.
Is he going for good?
No, then
I think
the 4th
so.
time they say yes, and the next 6 times they say no. So it's really, once again, it's all on the side of WWE, now TKO. They have the.
Why'd you kill that Kangaskhan?
You
can
yes,
get pretty quick.
Or not even
encounters here.
And just to wrap this up, just because you've mentioned it once before.
By the way, if everybody's confused about these contracts, I've never been less confused as time goes on. I'm trying to unconfuse everybody, but I can.
Dude, I saw Brock Lesnar's. That's how I know 7 years how much he was paid and everything. He was part of an exhibit in a lawsuit, so therefore it was made public years after the fact. Man, they are long. We're talking dozens and dozens of pages of legalese in small writing, man. I mean, no, I cannot imagine any WWE wrestler ever sat down and read every single bit of that.
Well, that's where you'd pay a lawyer to do that, right?
Yes, I know the evil people I was dealing with, and then I would go and invest the money in a lawyer, and the lawyer would always say, by the way, after the 3rd contract, they're all the same. The only thing I went to a lawyer about was the addendum where I own Stevie Richards and they own Steven Richards. That's it. And that was 1 page long, 1 paragraph. So it can be simplified. What we're talking about, I mean, you got
of course it can.
They were so thick and they were in boxes in my garage.
But they make it that long and that annoying so that you don't read it.
Hold on to them now for
that's the point.
To kind of reference. But we're talking minimum 74, 75 pages, if I can remember.
Yeah.
And yes, you get tired of talent promoter, talent promoter, talent promoter, promoter talent. I'm like, oh my God. At least I felt talented after reading the contract.
So people know in the first page of these contracts, it says World Wrestling Entertainment, hereby referred to as promoter in capital letters. It's always capital letters. And Michael Manor or Stevie Richards, or however they refer to you in the contract, as talent, capital letters. And that's where it gets exhausting, I guess. But at least
and they beat those 2 words to death.
Oh, yeah.
And then the death clause is in bold letters. Have you ever seen that?
Right, that's what I wanted to end the video
on. Okay, here we go.
I mentioned it once before.
What's the death clause?
For people who don't know, the death clause in WWE contracts, what is it?
Well, basically that they are not liable for anything that happens to you in the ring, around the ring, in the arena, anything that's on their, I guess, property at the time. They are not liable. And my guess is this has been a locker room thing back, like after it was put in there. I think it was after the Owen Hart lawsuit that they threw that in there.
Was there anything to do with insurance? Like, if something horrible happens to
you. But what if you get injured in the ring?
No, it's 100. This is the clearest part of the contract. That they have no liability for anything that happens to you while you're wrestling for them. That's paraphrasing it. It's 1 to 2 paragraphs.
What?
But literally, I remember.
Are they allowed to do that? Like, I feel like any other job, if you were to get injured on the job, they are liable for that. They have to, pay for you to heal and all that. I mean, I think WWE pays when you're injured. Like, they pay for your doctors and stuff. But, the way he's talking about it, it sounds like they don't. It sounds like it sounds like they're just oh, if you break an arm in the ring, tough shit, that's on you. Which doesn't feel right.
I was reading it with Crash, and I'm like, out of all the paragraphs, out of all the clauses, this is I don't think it was bigger font, but it was as bold as you can get it. It stood out in the contract.
I was going to finish on that.
Of course it does.
How did a WWE contract
it has to
different to, or worded differently to, say, a TNA contract at the time?
Oh, it has to stand out.
TNA.
Oh, okay. So
I never got offered. I was on a nightly, so I've never seen those contracts don't know. That would be a question for Dutch
Oh,
as
okay.
being in the office, but he may have never seen the actual paperwork that we
That is
put in there. But
interesting.
no,
They
I was
don't
just strictly
fucking
on
give
my
contracts to
nightly, and
everyone.
there was no budget. Like, you know, that's the main part is my assumption with the Rob Van Dam
That feels weird.
analogy. Like he was on TV all the time. Then all of a sudden, the Abyss does the injury angle with him because they ran out of bookings and they didn't want to keep paying him. So I think the number one thing about the TNA
Yep.
contracts was the money and the amount of dates.
So, everybody, thank you so much. That was a YouTube exclusive. Why not get some plugs at the end
Okay.
of it? We have the Stevie Richards Show. Yeah, this is the YouTube channel.
Yeah, go sub to all those.
Patreon, we have exclusive watch along.
Stevie, if you like wrestling, the Stevie Richards Show is great.
Goodness me, it's been nearly
We're
40
like
minutes.
a WWE contract. We're so wordy now.
Yeah. So, promoter and talent here. Anyway, so we've got the Stevie Richards Patreon where we do watch-alongs every week in the pre-show shows and all the good kind of stuff. Links are in the description, as well as the Stevie Richards Cameo, the Stevie Richards channel.
I haven't got the Patreon, but I've been thinking about it.
Relaunching, I guess, of the Stevie
Because
Richards
as far as I know, they
channel,
watch like
which
wrestling
I
matches
believe
and
is
they
gonna be
like
almost
break
a
them
preview of
down
that
and
happening on this
talk about
channel
them,
tomorrow with Dirty Dominic Mysterio,
which sounds
went
interesting.
right for once.
Wait, what?
It's positive, so we expect the views to be terrible.
Yeah, it's going to be about 200-300 views.
Yeah, the negative stuff always works, but the positive stuff
They're getting Dirty Dom.
clamor for never does. And also, I'll sneak this in as well. I secretly deleted Listmania Wrestling and then relaunched it for no. I just wanted to see what happened. Anyway, I'm going to do a video of that. Oh yeah, one video. Like nothing did well for 2 weeks, and then overnight, one video got 100,000 views.
Wow! Congratulations.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Like I've been asking what happened, and I was like, So there you go. So
That's
it's
like
out there somewhere.
that happens with me though, right?
Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back on.
But I could probably okay. I'm gonna turn the capture card back on. Okay. I'll go to my like analytics here. Because that happens with me. I get like streams where I don't get many views, and then I get streams where like I get crazy amount of views. And Benny asks me all the time, like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm doing the exact same thing. I don't know. Like stream 1 of this, we got 39 views. Stream 2, we got 15. Stream 3, we got 52. And then yesterday's we got 31. And then today so far we've got 13. The hunt for Reggie Gigas has 37, 66, and then 21 in those three. Like some I get, like Digimon. Digimon was it. Yeah, here it is. So Digimon, first stream 11, second stream 6, third stream 5, fourth stream 5, fifth stream 6, and then the final stream, which is 12 hours long, has 64 views. Or like Shaman, 8 views that day, 21 that day. Like my views jump around like crazy. And Benny always asks me like what happened? Or like what did I do? And I'm like, I didn't do anything. I did nothing. I did the exact same thing I do every other day, which is nothing. I wake up, I go to the start stream stuff. I don't change any tags, nothing to do any of that. So it's like, I don't know. I don't get it. So there's no point in asking me. Because it makes no sense to me. Like, just how it is. But yeah, I definitely get that. Like, just randomly getting one video where it's like got crap tons of views. And like the Digimon stream saying like, oh, well, it's 12 hours. No wonder you got that over. No, I didn't. When I ended the stream, I think I had 20 views on that. stream. So like, yeah, it wasn't like I got 60 views over the entire stream. Yeah, it's gotten views since I ended the stream. Meow. So people are still going and watching it, which, you know, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, considering how long it is. Oop. Or like YouTube's still pushing it? I don't know. It's weird. Fuck you, Pidgey. Hola, Amolga. That Amolga's been like making noises this entire time. It's interesting. Oof. Oh yeah, did you guys like the fit? I changed the fit up a little bit. Went with the black, and then I could like make a green sash. So I did that, and I changed my beanie to green to match it. Is this a Pidgey? No. Sometimes, bro, he's just too short. He's a short king, for sure. That's a Pidgey. That's a Pidgey. The only plus side to Pidgey is like when it flies up, you can see when it disappears. And the alpha goes. Or when they spawn there too. Yeah? Pidgey. Why did they put grass there? Is it so you could hide to catch the Hawlucha? Bro, if they didn't put grass there, like the long grass, it would make this so much easier. Because you could just see him all the time. But because the Lucha's like shortish, whenever he spawns like this, because I'm assuming that's a Lucha, right? Yep. You can't really see him. Because the grass is too tall. Is that a Lucha? Yes, I think he's orange. Meow. Bird. Yeah, I think we'll go till it hits nighttime again, and then might end stream. Because I'm pushing it already, as is. Okay, well clearly this is a Hawlucha, but I can't fucking see him. Okay, douchebag. How dare you be that short and then just stand behind the bush? Okay, that's a Hawlucha. That's orange. Oh, that's a Pidgey. Pidgey, Pidgey, Pidgey. Also, I tried this over near the shops where the monkey spawns, the alpha monkey. I tried a whole bunch of different spots, like over here. Because he spawns... Stop it. Stop it. He spawns here. And I tried being here. And then running back and forth here. But he's too far away. And the building's a little bit too high, so you can't tell if it's a Pidgey or a halucha. And I also tried from here. So, but the building's too high once again. So you can't see it. And then there's also one that spawns here on this little red part. And you can get him to spawn if you run back and forth here. Is it here? No, it's here. I think it's here on this building. But you have to climb up and down a thing to get it to spawn. And he seems to spawn a lot less here. Like a lot less. Like I would get like... I'd get like 9 Pidgeys. But then I would get 1 Halucha. Whereas where we're at now, it's more like 50-50, right? Well, it feels 50-50 anyway. Or maybe it's like even more skewed into the favor of Holucha over here. But it feels 50-50. Okay, I saw your orange. Yeah, over there it's definitely like the spawn rate for Holucha is definitely lower. Okay. It's a Pidgey? Yep. Me. Hello. Little tiny Emolga. Like Emolga could have done with a Mega. Or Dedenne. I wanted a Mega Dedenne. Mega Dedenne would have been awesome. Or Mega Furfur. There is still some Megas we haven't found yet, so maybe. But I'm not holding my breath. Still feel like it's gonna be. Well, no, we have Starmie. We haven't seen Mega Starmie yet. Why is Mega Starmie so far into the story? Because like that chick has Staryu. How haven't we seen Starmie yet? Like one of our friends' honors is that. We saw Scrafty already. It's orange. Well, it's not green, so... So I don't mind when he spawns behind the bush. If he's tall enough to where you can like at least see his little hair. But when he's like so short that even when he's behind the bush you can't see him, that's annoying. Oh, Alpha guy. One of these days he'll spawn and he'll be shiny. I'm also curious on how, like, if the sparkles will happen from here. Like, if he spawns where that alpha just spawned, and I'm here, will the sparkles happen? Or will I have to be closer? Wouldn't surprise me if I have to be closer. You have to be oddly close in this game. But I think they did that because of the buildings, right? Because otherwise you'd be walking through town and just hearing sparkle noises and being like freak out and be like, where the fuck is it? Maybe on a roof. Whereas at least this way you don't know that they're on the roof until you encounter them on the roof. Meow. Pidgey, 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 Pidgey. Yep. Also. Bro, I need a piece so bad. I hate you, Pidgey. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen a shiny Pidgey. Because I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference, if I'm being honest. Unless the sparkles happen. That's orange. Also, can I say, is this orange? Or is this red? I think this is orange, right? But like, for some reason yesterday when I did the haircut, it looked red to me. But like now it looks orange. Like when you compare it to like that red, it's definitely orange. Okay. You know what I just thought? What happens when you send Furfur to home with a haircut? Does he keep the haircut? Or does his hair go back to the default? Because if he keeps the haircut, I might have to catch a bunch of Furfurs. Fuck you. Also, I watched someone recently shiny hunt Milcery. All 60 whatever. I think it's 62 or something of them. And then he was doing them. He was evolving them after he caught them all. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, what the fuck is different? Like, what? What is different? And then at the end, he showed what was different. The little, like, sprite in Scarlet and Violet. Tiny little sprite in the corner or whatever that shows you the Pokemon. That's what's different. It shows it as the color and the swirl that it would be if it wasn't shiny. And I was like, that's insane. Why would you... Like, I've got a shiny one of each berry. Bro, doing one of each swirl? Fuck that shit. If it only changes the little sprite. Not worth it. That's mental. That's insanity. But you know, power to him. He went and did it. But, you know, I just wouldn't do it. Because, like, catching them is not the hardest part. It's the evolving them that's the hardest part. It's like, it took me ages to get one of the things I needed to get one of them. One of the rarer ones. It took me ages just to get one of those. And then, like, I would be scared of, like, fucking up the evolution. Oop. Shiny? No. Oh, it's about to fall. Quick, I need to check. No, it's not shiny. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end today's stream here. If I don't get this guy off stream, you can spawn behind that? Okay. Yeah, if I don't get this guy off stream, then we'll be doing this again tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go do some stuff. So, if you guys enjoyed today's stream, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. But, till next time. Hooroo.